We have any questions, comments, or concerns from 2 weeks ago?
I don't
I
know
don't.
about y'all, but
I
I would
don't.
love a one of those quick summaries that you do, if you have the means to.
What's that?
Um, the past few times we've played, you have those awesome summaries
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
talk about
We'll
before we get
cover.
back into it.
Yeah, we'll cover a summary. It's been 2 weeks. We didn't play last
Awesome.
week because of partly Halloween, partly I think a couple people weren't feeling very well, and so we decided to postpone Monday's session for tonight. I forgot to when I canceled that. I forgot to set a new time and date for it, but I think you guys all figured it out. However, I would like to talk about. I think everybody's on Discord and can hear us. I think we're going to go back to 6 o'clock's start time. 5:30. I think we're just going to go to 6 o'clock. I think it's going to be easier for everybody, just in case they have to work a little later or something like that. So I think we'll go back to 6, and we'll still finish off at 9 with it. So, or it'll be 11 o'clock for most of you when we finish, obviously, in different time zones. But I think that's what we're going to do. So, starting tomorrow's Spelljammer session, we're going to start at 6 p.m. with that. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
So 6 o'clock meaning there'd be 8
That
o'clock.
means I don't have to fight traffic as hard when they make me work Mondays.
There you
So
go. Sorry. So tonight I am still suffering from a cold I caught last week. So my nose is plugged still, and I still am coughing. So I do apologize. I am getting over it here, but it's still lingering. So I don't know how well I'm going to do my voices or anything like that. Not that how well I should say. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any voices right now during the rest until I feel better. But
I think we can live without voices for a week or two.
but so it probably makes everybody feel better that I don't do the voices. But anyway, so I think everybody's on. Everybody's logged into roll 20.
Don't push yourself too hard, though. If you need to cut out early, we understand.
Okay, I think I'll be alright with that. But thank you. Well, let's start with our summary. Let me turn the music down because it seems always a little loud, especially on. Oh, and I'm recording the sessions, and most of them have been up. Now, from here on out, I've added an overlay to our session, and so when you guys actually, if any of you actually watch the videos, I'm not sure if you do or not. But
I do.
This has a new overlay on it, so on the bottom it'll have everybody's character sheet with their abilities scores on it, their hit points, and their armor class, along with a small little photo of their character in the corner. So when you go to watch the video, you don't see it now. Obviously, it's an overlay for the recording software. So when you actually see the video when I post it, you'll see that overlay. I will change, of course, I'll have to change the hit points when you level, or if you decide to increase your attributes at level 8 and so on. I'll go in and change all that. So if your character happens to pass away, unfortunately, hopefully no one does in the near future. Or if you decide when we go to Dungeon of the Mad Mage, you would like to re-roll a character, it would be for level 5 because that's where that adventure starts at. You're welcome to do that.
We are.
You're welcome to do that, and I will just update the overlay reflecting that. So that's going to be for this remainder of this adventure Ender Dungeon and Mad Mage, and also Spelljammer's got an overlay now too with its characters, with the PC's players on it. So I thought that would add to it a little bit. So with that out the way, and the time change, we're going to go to 6 o'clock now. Back to 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get into it. So 2 weeks ago, you guys finally met your appointment at the courthouse. In doing so, you found some information out from Fenris. You had convinced the judge to talk to Fenris. I believe Mort was the one who talked to him through the cell originally. And then the magistrate had him pulled up to her office, her chambers, where the 6 of you were present. And she did a mind scan or a thought scan or read thoughts spell she had placed on Fenris, because it seemed it was very warranted for her to use this, because he knew where this Vault of Dragons were, right? Or actually, he knew where the Stone of Galore was. It was in his possession. So she read his thoughts in the office and found out that the Stone of Galore was hidden in an old tower, correct? You guys all remember that? He had actually hid the stone in the old tower. You know of this old tower itself. Some of you do that have been residents of Waterdeep for quite some time. But you were able to establish the location of where he had hidden the Stone of Galore with it. That took up quite a bit of time. You guys had a few quests that you were working on, right? So
Yeah, I've got the log.
the other thing is that you went to the excuse me, the yawning portal, and you you questioned Bonnie there, and you found out that Bonnie was the leader of these doppelgangers, right? And you
Yep.
wanted to set up a meeting with Bonnie, excuse me, I'm sorry, and the rest of these doppelgangers that you were trying to ward out from Mert. This was your quest from the Harpers. With that, you established a meeting with them in the evening, I think the next day or in 2 days or something like that, right? I think you wrote it down. I can go back and look
Yeah, I got it down.
with that. The old tower's location is located in the dock ward. Saniana and Norik, being in the longest residence of Waterdeep, know the location, almost the exact location of this old tower in the dock ward. So it won't be hard to find the tower that he was talking about. However, there are a few things that you do know about the tower, Norik and Saniana. It is an old wizard's tower. There are rumors of magic to be still within the tower. The type of magic is that the interior of the tower, so the rumors say, has some anti-magic field in spell inside of the tower. Is that rumors or is it fact? Nobody knows for sure. Nobody's been to the tower. Nobody goes to the tower. A lot of people think it's haunted or it's bad luck. It is basically avoided like the plague. Children refuse to go and play in it or even around it. It's just an old tower that sits there in the dock ward. This is the tower that Fenris has said he had placed the Stone of Galore on the third floor of the tower in a pot, in a cauldron. That is what you get from his mind reading from the magistrate. So that's where we're at. That's where you guys are at. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Elena's been keeping really good notes now. So, Elena, are we following pretty? Are we pretty close to what you've got?
Yeah, and we also have a quest from the Lord's Alliance to break up a possible merger between a red wizard of Thay and the Zents,
Right,
also in the Dark Ward.
right. That is correct. You have that one, and you have one where you're supposed to watch somebody for 10 days, right?
Mm-hmm, in
So
the
you have,
Yawning Portal.
yeah. So you have that one too. So you have the meeting. You're supposed to investigate and watch somebody for 10 days, and then the other one in the dock ward that you were talking about just now, which is through the Lord's Alliance. So that's about where we ended up last week or 2 weeks ago with that. So I think once you guys still up in the, I think when we let's go to our main map here.
So we can head out of there then, right? So essentially, we need to go to a wizard tower.
So I think so I think we ended the session in the courthouse, I believe. So we ended that. Maybe not. Maybe you guys are heading down to the dock ward.
I think we were trying to convince Norik to
Oh, you're up at Trosco Alley.
write up some fake documents for the Lord's
Okay, so
Alliance
I think
quest.
you guys headed back to Trosco Manor, Trosco Tavern to do that. I think that's where we left.
Yeah.
I think that's where we ended up doing that. So that's where we're going to continue off of is you guys are inside Trosco Manor. It is a little afternoon, a little in the afternoon, I believe. Let me check the time here. Yeah, so we're about 12. Yeah, but later than that because your meeting was at noon. High sun, so what's that? Sometime what's that? About an hour. Okay. So back at Trosco Manor / Tavern, what were you wanting to do there, Norik? You were thinking about making some papers up?
I do not remember.
Okay.
Norik's going to look around and be like, what was going on?
I don't know. I've been in the kitchen the whole time.
I'm going to put the papers away and be like, kind of sit there and act like I know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on.
I haven't heard Mort at all. Is he here?
Yeah,
It's a
he's
real
having like a business. Yeah, he's having a meeting with his monkey. He's like having this like hushed conversation with it, like looking around at everybody real suspiciously.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you know the location of where the Stone of Galore is. I bet Mort is just jumping to get to it because
Yeah,
something
everyone you hear him like every once in a while. He's just like stone, stone. You just hear him like saying it every once in a while to the monkey.
All right, so um, all right. What about everybody else? What's going on? What are we doing inside Trosco Manor? You've got Your staff is there, slowly getting ready for opening night. The you have exactly 2 nights left until you actually can check your profits. So your 10 days of being open is almost upon you. So you guys will be able to do that in about in 2 nights.
Hmm.
Ogmog's just gonna slump in a chair.
So, if we know the things in the wizard tower, we got to figure out a way to get in there.
Right? That's exactly correct. That's something to think about.
What happens in 2 days?
2 days you'll check your profit and loss on the tavern.
Oh, nice.
You've been open for 10 days, so you'll be able to check your profit and loss, see what you've earned or what you've lost. You also have to pay wages. You'll have to pay guild dues and also bills for meats, groceries, ale, wine, all everything that's running your tavern. So
Welcome to Dungeons and Turbo Taxes.
it's all pretty it's all pretty simplified. So it's not going to be really affecting the players very much at all. They've
Keep
pretty
track
mu-
of your deductibles.
They've
If there's a spreadsheet that appears in our journal, I don't know, man.
no.
There is.
No, we've simplified. They pretty much simplified it. However, I'm going to kind of expand on the simplified version of it with putting a little flair into it anyway by some rolling of some dice. Or
I don't know if we
guys,
actually got the shield guard or not.
you guys,
All
will be-
done in QuickBooks.
You guys will be rolling dice and determining the factors and the amount of money you've gained or lost during this 10 days. I will not be rolling them. You will be rolling them. It's your tavern, not mine. So, may I suggest not letting Noric roll?
Right?
No, I'm kidding, buddy. I'm kidding.
Hey, hey, Lars.
Yes.
I have a monkey-related question.
Okay.
So, I got this familiar. Could it carry a potion of healing? Like if I handed a healing potion, is it able to carry it around?
Yeah.
Oh,
Be able to.
so it could be just like a little. Can it administer a potion?
It's a real monkey.
Yeah. It can be used as. Yeah. It probably could.
So it's like if it's on his Mort's shoulder and he's predetermined. Like, okay, you hold this potion, and somebody in
because
battle.
remember, you visually see this creature. You command this creature what to do. This familiar. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like Mort's gonna take out a healing potion. He's gonna like hand it to the monkey. He's like, "Don't you ever drop this." He's gonna like from here on. He's just gonna let this monkey carry a potion.
Okay.
Unless he tells him otherwise. Yeah, just in case.
Okay. I will tell you one thing, however, while it's holding that potion, and for some reason it gets hit and then it goes poof, guess where that potion's going?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll give it
It's-
one of those
it's
watered down potions.
Falling on the ground and breaking in pieces onto the
Yeah.
ground. So just keep that in mind. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna give him I'm giving him the watered down potion. Then
Okay.
it's recorded. We're recording it so we can go back just in
Okay.
case later.
Okay.
Prove it.
Okay. All right. All right. So it's 1:00 in the afternoon. You don't open for another 2 hours. The tavern. You know where this tower is located in the dock wards. You also have a couple other side quests that you could be doing if you want. Now, remember, these side quests are not required to do. These are simply side quests for you to gain renown, gain popularity with your faction. The faction does give rewards out for doing it other than renown, but they are not required in this adventure. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you think you've got to get all these side quests done, that's you don't have to. You guys can go straight through the main quest if you want. That's up to you guys.
For the tower, why don't we just go to the front door and have the hamster unlock it? Just saying, it seems like an obvious solution.
You can do that, but I don't think Norik doesn't like being overshadowed by a hamster.
Yeah, or we could let Norik try first, right, guys?
Always let Norik try first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can try.
That's true.
We're not at the tower yet.
That's what
Oh, well, he's playing with his thieves' tools.
He's just practicing on that small little chest on the shelf behind the bar. He's just keeping himself, sharp for the next time he'll need to use it, which, he looks like he needs a little practice still.
What else are we supposed to be doing?
You guys tell me. So, like I said, you guys are in the tavern. You have about 2 hours till the tavern opens. You have the side quests. You have the main quest of the old tower. You know what's there. You do know the location of the Stone of Galore. Now, here's the thing. Keep in mind, as your friendly DM, he's going to tell you something. You guys may not be the only ones that know of the location of the Stone of Galore. Other people might too.
What the fuck? Who else would know?
That's a concerning thought.
Yeah, Mort's gonna shake his monkey. He's go, "Who did you tell? Who did you tell?"
And then it goes poof, disappears.
Oh, fucking what?
Then drops a watered down
The
potion.
health potion goes. No, I'm kidding. That doesn't happen.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm joking with you, Mort.
He's not gonna kill his monkey.
Yet.
So, okay, so that's where we're looking right now at. Okay.
Do we want to try to go get the stone then?
Yeah. I think we should go to that fucking tower.
Well, of course.
At least scope it out.
Of course, Mort does. Mort is infatuated with getting the stone,
Yeah.
right, guys? So, I mean, it would
We should
definitely
get the Freddy Rock.
He's just like, sabotage Red Wizard, the Stone of Galore. I bet that would help.
How
Might help
would a
us-
rock help
I don't
stop
know.
this?
It does all sorts of things. It would help us spy on those. What are they? Changelings too.
Oh, the
There's all sorts of things.
doppelgangers?
Sorry. The doppel. I got it mixed up.
Well, the
help us.
changelings are typically they're in Amnon, but very similar race. You could use them in the Forgotten Realm if you want. Just a little different setting. That's all. Not a big deal.
I mean, it doesn't make sense when you create a changeling character. It automatically gives you a disguise kit.
Right? Simply funny. Yeah.
It's a bull in a cage. They're trying to have a kick out of it.
Mm.
I know that you came back here to the tavern for a reason 2 weeks ago. I was kind of in agreement with Elena about something about doing some forgery papers, but I think it was for one of the side quests.
It was. It was for the
So,
Lord's Alliance quest.
okay.
You mean you didn't come back to get Saniana?
All right. She's in the kitchen.
Look, I like if it matters. I remember like Mort being like, "I'm sitting this one out because I just know he's gonna mess it up," like the forgery. I do recall that now. Like I was like saying, "Oh yeah, he's gonna mess this up." That's why we came back here.
Right, but Norik doesn't. It doesn't ring a bell for Norik what he wanted to do. So we're gonna. I guess we'll just move past that for now. But
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't remember any of it.
I mean, 2 weeks
Oh yeah,
can
because
be. What was that?
I suggested using the book that we got from that one orc wizard at the very beginning
Right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. That's right. You
to
did
copy the
suggest that.
handwriting.
Yep. So it's all right. They'll
But
come
we
to
don't
you.
have a confirmation
They
that's
might
the
come to
right
you.
writing sample. We don't know if that's the right writing sample, so
I mean, it's better than nothing.
hmm, yeah, stone to get. The stone.
So everybody
Morton.
does remember what the Stone of Galore can do, right?
It's a great treasure worth a lot of money.
Yes. More specifically, though, what's the importance of it?
Doesn't it open up like the Dungeon of the Man
Well,
Mage?
listen to me. What's the
Hmm?
import? What did you guys
I
discover? Maybe Mort discovered it. Really,
I
the
know I know.
importance of the Stone of Galore for you guys.
It's like I don't know exactly, but in some capacity, it's alive or it's got
It's an
consciousness
abyssal
to it.
creature stuck in a stone.
Okay, that it's like some creature and it knows all this information and it knows the location of the dragon vault where the treasure is hidden and it knows, I believe it knows how to get into it. Like there's keys that are used to get into it and it knows that information too.
That is absolutely correct. That is the importance of the Stone of Galore to the six of you. It will somehow, Mort's still trying to figure this part out, somehow tell you the location of this Vault of Dragons, and also tell you with how to enter the Vault of Dragons.
The fancy rock is a GPS key system with a monster inside it.
Yes,
I think you
there's a living entity inside the rock. That is correct.
I think you said back when we were in the manor, the Grun Hole or whatever it's called, that it needs to be attuned.
That is also correct.
I think you said, yeah, I couldn't remember.
That is also correct. So, however, you make sure that you've got a slot open for attunement, that you don't have all your slots used for attunement. So, which I don't think, I'm pretty sure none of you have attuned any magical items yet. So, because the cloaks I said do not need to be attuned. So, the
And
sword that,
also checked I didn't need to be attuned to Boo.
no, no attunement there. The sword that you got, the +1 sword, you do not need to attune that. So anyway,
Dark and Ninja Warrior is weaker.
I do you need to be attuned to the +1 weapons?
No, no.
Okay.
Unless it specifically says it, most +1 weapons are not needed to admit no. So sometimes like helms, circlets, things like that need to be attuned. Sometimes necklaces need attunement. Um, I think that Rocky guy's got the Spelljammer. I think that might need to be attuned.
Wait.
That stone.
So does the necklace of fireball, do I need to be attuned to that?
I do not think so. Let me look real quick because I think it's like a wand type situation. Let's see. I forgot you still had that. You have like a couple charges left on it, right?
I think there's 2 charges,
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
I think you are correct on that. You
It
do
was
not
never brought
because
back up in conversation, so I completely forgot about it.
yeah. So there is no attunement needed for that, and it has use an action to attach a bead and throw it up to 60 feet away. When it reaches the end of its trajectory course, the bead detonates at a 3rd level fireball spell. You can hurl multiple beads, depending how many actions, as a one action. So you could actually throw the whole necklace as one action. Oh, and if you end up doing it that way, each bead after the first bead increases its level by 1. So if you throw those 2 beads, you're throwing one at level 3 and the second bead at level 4.
Okay.
So if you decide to throw both at the same time. Okay, so no attunement needed for that. All right, so establishing again, because we hadn't talked about the Stone of Galore since chapter 3, right? Since the beginning of chapter 3. So, excuse me, that's a little refresher of the Stone of Galore. I know Mort knew all about it still because he's got, it's his thing. But for the rest of you, so now you're realizing, or or you already knew the importance of this stone for the 6 of you. But none of you have, I would say, have actually told one of each other of your motives. Like, are you going to go to the vault? Are you try to keep all the gold for yourself? Are you going to return it back to the city like the city people want you to do because it's embezzled? This is all your characters deciding what you are wanting to do with that once you, if and when you get into the vault. You guys have no idea what's in the vault. Nobody does. It could be an empty vault. It could be full of 500,000 dragons. It could be full of 6 gold dragons in the vault. Who knows? Nobody knows. Rumors fly everywhere, and they've been running around for years since the Galt left Waterdeep and headed back up to Neverwinter to help rebuild Neverwinter. So nobody knows exactly what's in the vault. The rumors say there's 500,000 dragons in the vault that belong to the city. Even Rainier, son of Dagult, doesn't know what's in the. He doesn't even believe it exists. He doesn't believe his father would have embezzled 500,000 dragons from Waterdeep before he left. Remember, he was Dagult. Neverember was the open lord of Waterdeep, which now Loral is now the new open lord. We know this of the changing of the hands with it. So he doesn't remember. Renyar talked to you guys about this in chapter 1 after you saved him. He does not believe his father is a criminal. doesn't believe his father would ever embezzle from the city, and doesn't believe the rumors to be true, nor does he believe that the vault even exists. That was so. Some of you who are new to this, who came in later in the adventure, did not ever get to have this conversation with Renair because you weren't here. But Norik, Saniana, HP, and Mort, I believe, were there at the time with it. So,
Can I throw something in there real fast?
sure.
Yeah, we're talking about motives, and it was like a few weeks ago, and I don't even think Wilson was able to join us. But I did say I think to the magistrate, Mort doesn't care really about the treasure. He just wants the stone. He thinks the treasure is kind of like horse shit. It's like, dude, it's either doesn't exist or
All
it's,
right, so
he
you
can
kind
just,
of are in that
yeah,
same boat of
yeah,
not believing these
yeah.
rumors.
He,
Remember,
he could just like rob some corpses and make money. He doesn't need to go rob,
true,
get
and
treasure. Yeah,
there has never been a anything that has set this in stone that these dragons exist. There's never been anything saying for sure, hey, they're for sure down there. And these have always been rumors since the very beginning of the Gulp leaving Waterdeep. Okay? And
yeah.
so you guys know this has been a rumor. But act on the rumor. You never know it. The rumor, a rumor could become true. So, but you're fascinated with just the stone itself because of its magical
Yeah, he
properties.
thinks it's like some kind of magical artifact that's
Yeah,
gonna give him power or something. He doesn't really give a shit about the treasure.
exactly. But so feels like that's your PC, your character's motives. Everybody else, look, you don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell your party members what you're wanting to do, what you're thinking with it. That's up to you guys. But true to your character, think about that too, as far as an RP standpoint. How would your character do this? Is your character the type of character that's like, yeah, I want that, I want to find that gold, and it's going to be ours, right? Or is your character the kind of character who's lawful good and like, no, we're going to turn this back into the city because this is the right thing to do, you know?
Mhm.
So,
I
something
don't
to
think Elena knows about the vault.
probably not because you're very, very green. You and Mogbog too. I mean, this is
Not
something.
even the rumors,
Look,
because she
and
hasn't been around for a while.
okay, and I guarantee you, Acquisitions Incorporated is not talking about that. What they're most, what
So
they're
she has no clue.
right, and their biggest goal right now for this your party is to gain enough renown, get enough popularity in the city, so you can open this new branch of Acquisitions Incorporated in Waterdeep. That's all Acquisition Incorporated wants right now. That's their biggest thing is they want to open this new branch in Waterdeep, and they're hoping that your party's going to be the one to do it. They do have a quest too. I know we put that pretty much on the back burner right now because it is a pretty extensive quest with it as a side quest, but does not hinder their ultimate goal of opening a chapter of Acquisitions Incorporated in Waterdeep, and they want your party to do that. So that's your guys' basically ultimate goal with Acquisitions Incorporated. Even if not finishing their task, their mission they want you to do, that's their ultimate goal. That's what their ultimate goal they want you to accomplish in Waterdeep. But like you said, you're so new, Elena and Mogbog both of Acquisition Incorporated. They probably aren't informing you with everything. They are thinking that Norik and Saniana, the co-leaders of this group of this party, would be the ones to fill you in on this. So,
So I guess I was illegal with the vault. It's like helping Mort find the stone because that's all she knows. That's all she knows about it.
Right.
Help Mort find a stone, a very pretty stone.
Right.
Writing on it.
Right.
He's just like,
Exactly.
that's all you need to know.
Me, I'm just thinking about opening like a homeless shelter with the dragons if there is any. Or trying to buy Nim. So it had a more freeing life.
Okay. Okay.
Is anyone else in the bar, or is it just us?
Yeah, you just your party and your staff is there. You've got the 2 wait staffs. Of course, we've got Liv. He could care less, and then you've got your cook, who's in the kitchen.
Nark's not gonna lie. He's gonna say, this bar, hopefully it's lucrative, but I'm gonna need a lot more cash for what I need to do.
Now what is that?
Oh, I'm looking for my father. I'm looking
That's sweet.
for
I don't have a father. Or a mother.
essentially it's the guy that raised me. He's a dwarf rogue, and he's in the city somewhere. And I heard he needed Norik's help.
Mort's gonna look at him and say, is he dead? I can talk to him if he's dead.
Hey,
Norik goes, nobody will be.
Oh.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So you need money to hire what? A private investigator?
No, I need money to find him. That's about all.
But wouldn't hiring a private investigator help find him?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, he's gonna look and be like, "Yep. Actually, you're right. Yeah, that's exactly why I need the money."
As soon as you say private investigator, Boo whispers in your ear. He's all squeak, 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 and it translates in your mind immediately. There's always that investigator up the street, Trench.
Oh yeah. Another person who doesn't like Mort.
Yeah,
He's gonna
that's right. He's finding more and more people not liking him.
jealous. Jealous. Mort's gonna tell Norik, he's like, that Stone of Galore knows where the Dragon Vault is. It might know where this father of yours is as well. And that would be for free. Or we could ask it for free.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
He's also very interested in being a very successful merchant here in town and keeping his image. And I'm saying, I don't know if you guys noticed, but a lot of things move because of people with a lot of money.
Mm.
Just don't let the money corrupt you like the 2 couple that released the nimble right on our street.
I just want a place to rest my head and place I'm wanted. That's it.
And you're always going to be wanted at a temple.
I will say this
I
too.
don't want them trying to exercise me.
With a bunch of money, we can start our own acquisitions incorporated group and not have to rely on them to employ us either.
That's an interesting thought.
Just saying, you guys ever want like a flying ship, a castle, a city?
Or just gonna whisper unlimited power.
What about a Draco Lich, Mort?
Oh,
What's a
No.
Draco Lich?
Really big skeleton.
Mort's like, what if I turned into a Draco Lich? That'd be something.
Mort, you don't have enough bones.
I can find them. I can find bones.
Jesus, who did that?
Please
That's
tell me that.
Mort.
Please tell me that echoed.
Was that you?
That was
Mort?
Amy.
Yeah,
was me.
sure.
HP is a 5'5" woman.
Who did it?
She is tiny.
HP, I did.
Oh my God, Sabrina! I should have known.
That came out of
I'm
nowhere.
so glad we're recording this too for prosperity.
Yeah, everybody.
I
it
really
was
hope the mics picked up the echo.
So
pretty intense, man.
Just type in Draco Lich in the compendium, and I'll show you what it is.
As a player, I know what a Draco Lich is, but as a character, I don't. I think a Draco Lich is a dragon lich.
Mhm.
Oh man, that hurt my nose.
sound like it hurt your throat more.
It was a soda
like,
burp, so
No, okay.
I'm gonna sound clip that and just like play it like all the time. Whenever there's like a quiet, something just break the silence of the burp.
So I got a couple people that are gonna start watching these videos that are interested in playing D&D. So hopefully they'll be interested in meeting Sabrina too at some point.
Is Sabrina in the kitchen again?
No, we've got
no, I shouldn't be.
and Elena's kind of behind the bar from where she's positioned her token. We'll add
Yeah,
a little
I'm
more
right
time,
here.
that you guys have had a little bit of discussion of things that are afoot right now. You've kind of regrouped. I'm sure you've talked about your current side missions for your factions and your tower. How are you guys approaching this old tower? You know it's an old wizard tower. You know most people don't like to even go near it. You don't know.
I figure we approach it like normal people and approach it by foot.
You also don't know in the interiors of it. The tower's been there for a very long time. It's a very old tower. It's supposedly been abandoned. Like I said, it's an old mage tower.
Oh, like he usually does, Mort's gonna volunteer the monkey. We'll just get close and have this little bastard fly around, like, look inside. I don't know, see if it's check it out, see if there's any monsters hiding inside or anything.
Does a monkey even have a name?
He had one, but he had a name. Mort forgot it and stuff. It's not important to know. I think it was Fritz.
Fritz sounds
like
Sounds
familiar.
right.
Fritz does sound
Yeah.
familiar with it.
Is it-
So.
Yeah, it was like the hunchback that helped Dr. Frankenstein in the original Frankenstein was Fritz, not Igor. That was something that came later. I think that's why I picked it.
You mean
Right,
you
nerd
mean Igor?
Yeah, Igor, yeah. Guess what I watched the other day?
I just watched it too,
Yeah, I
a
love that
little
movie.
while ago. Oh, it's so fantastic. Um, okay, so your plan is to probably try to let the monkey go into the tower first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and if that doesn't work, we'll send Bog.
Well, what do we know about it? If we like been
So
living here for a
really,
little
the only
while,
thing you know about it, it's a very old tower. Supposedly, it's a old mage tower. It's been around for hundreds of years. It's a bit abandoned. It's crumbling. It's old. Nobody, not even squatters, want to be inside this tower. It's supposedly haunted or magic or anything. There's so many rumors. There's a million dead people hanging from the ceiling. I mean, there's so many rumors surrounding this tower. Children do not go play near it. Like I said, nobody wants to live in it. Nobody wants to even squat in it. So everybody stays away from it. There's rumors that there's magical things inside, magical traps inside the tower. Uh, some people say there's rituals that happen in the basement of the tower. None of those rumors are known to be true because nobody goes and investigates to squash any of these rumors. So they're running rampant through the city. But this is where Fenris hid the stone. And remember, because she did this magical spell on him, it was everything that she pulled from his mind was true. There was no falseness to any of these things that she told you where the stone was. So that you know for sure, 100% is true, is that the Stone of Galore is in that tower. On the second floor or third floor, if you consider the cellar part of the floors, in a cauldron.
I wonder if it's going to be a magical cauldron.
Just go all Legend of Zelda and start breaking shit.
Picking them up and throwing stuff.
Alright.
I remember doing that in the Dark Alliance games on the PlayStation. Just break every vase and barrel.
Yeah.
But some of the barrels you have to be careful because they're explosive.
Excuse me. So
Mort's ready. He's raring to go. Mort's raring to go. He's like, we gotta go.
now the other questions on you guys in your mind is: do you go in the night or do you go in during the day? It's always raining, so the weather's not going to change. You've determined that pretty much since the start of looking for the Stone of Galore. Since the alley, basically, it started raining and it hasn't stopped. And it's
And
usually
a feeling once it does stop, it's going to fog up really badly.
it's a pretty heavy, steady rain. So outdoors are going to be harder for combat, meaning your visibility is going to be worse. So disadvantages will be happening because of the storms. The rain and wind tends to get worse. So we'll talk about that when we get into more outdoor combat. So
I'm sitting here trying to picture to fight in a Category 5 hurricane.
trying to fire off
Having the
an
risk of
arrow
the
or
arrows
something.
coming back to you.
Yeah, right.
All the storm sorcerers and storm heralds, and they're the only ones that can fight properly.
So where does this leave you guys with your conversations? Where does it take you now?
I mean,
Approach
we
the
have
tower?
pretty decent renown, so if we go there during the daytime, I don't think anyone's going to bat an eye if we tell them that we were investigating the building.
Yes, you
Well, do we
guys.
know if anyone owns it?
No, it's owned by the city. It's owned by Waterdeep.
We could at least go check it out.
Yeah, let's get going. Boss
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it doesn't hurt if we want to just go take a look and scope it out and see what it looks like.
Might as well. We're not doing anything
I don't know if
else.
I want to get like anyone else involved at this point.
Mm-mm. Especially not with the reputation the tower has. False or otherwise.
All right, so you're in a decision, a complete group decision that you're going to go at least scope out the the tower, right? That's from my understanding. Is that what everybody's in
Yeah.
agreement with?
Yes.
so.
Okay. Okay. So you guys leave Trollskull Manor, and you leave to one of the exits of the alley, and it is again rain like it has been basically nonstop since several days ago when you guys began this. It seems to be like you're going place to place to try to find this person. You might know about the stone. But ever since the alley, basically ever since you almost got ran over by those kids in that apple cart, it has begun rain. It has been a steady rain.
I just look up at the sky and say, normal fall day.
So you guys are all the way up at the manor, the alley, right here. And you guys need to get to the dock ward. Precisely where the dock ward is, you need to hit a place called Black Star Lane, is where the tower's location is off of.
Black Star Lane. So be it.
So, catching a carriage probably is
Oh yeah, every time.
an idea. They're free, so you're able to hail a carriage, crawl the six of you, shove your six of you into your. And you hear this newsboy, extra, extra, read all about it, extra, extra.
Oh God, I'm gonna go up to. All right, let's hear it.
And he goes, paper for you, sir.
I'll flick him a silver piece.
All right, you grab the latest Wadavian News Times. There's a few different articles that catch your eye. There's an article about a gray mare was seen talking to a reputable party members in Waterdeep. People think it's been spell casted or something. The other thing you see on there that catches your eye is that Fenris Storm Castle, set to be hung tomorrow high sun.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to? What do we got to do to help that guy? Or do we care?
We did what we needed out of him. He was proven guilty of something.
Theft,
Are they
among other
stuff
things.
taking hangs of thieves?
It's not all he did. Just one of the things he did.
I think hanging is helping him. I mean, didn't Mort say he's going to eviscerate him or something if he didn't tell him fucking stuff? So, I can't remember what I said. He's going to dissect him alive
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, hanging is helping.
Well, he asked you to get him off.
I don't know.
He was going
Oh,
to
that's
help
right.
you.
It was the magistrate. Yeah.
He told you to
Yeah,
help
he did
him
help.
and get him off his charges, and he'll help you out. But instead, you went to the magistrate. You guys convinced her because of your higher renown, and you were able to convince her that this is what was happening. You guys gave the explanation of what was all happening, and that's why you convinced her to do
Morton's
that.
convincing for once.
You convinced her, and that's
we
why
didn't
she
lose.
used the spell on him. She had him brought up to her chambers, and they put the spell on him, and that was why she was able to recover the information. If you guys were not able to convince her, she would have left him there in prison, and you guys would have had to found another direction to go with that. But you guys were able to convince her, so. What helped was your higher renown, by far. You guys had done a couple quests before you went and did this, and you were able to increase your renown. So that helped immensely in that process. But now, so you are heading your carriage down to the dock ward, specifically Black Star Lane, reading bits of the paper itself of the Waterdeep Times. Seeing those are kind of two articles that kind of jumped out at you. Another one kind of buried in the paper was about the Bronze Dragon rumors. Some people saw this the party that you guys are gaining, of course, renowned. So you're getting more popular. People are knowing more about you, seeing you. They saw you in the harbor and diving deep down in the harbor and not coming up for quite some time. So some people are now curious if the party had gone to meet with this supposed bronze dragon that's underwater. So that article was buried somewhere in a few pages back, though. So your name, your party, all of your names are all over the newspaper now. By doing deeds, being seen by the public. Nothing in a negative way at all. All of it has been positive throughout the newspaper itself.
Does it say Mort or Honest?
What's that?
Is he called Mort or Honest in the paper?
It's actually called by your real name.
Oh, wow. That'll wait.
Doctor, it says too, by the way.
Oh.
So everybody's mentioned in the different articles within the Waterdeep Times, all positive. Not a single negative light has been shown on the party at all with that. So.
Yeah.
Better than the past where you've had some real bad press before, right? So I don't think Elena was around for that. But you guys had
She is looking at the paper, thinking about her parents reading the paper and doing the signs. Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm famous. She's just grinning while looking at the paper.
Does anybody comment on that? You guys are seeing this, right? You guys are stuffed in this freaking this carriage, the six of you anyway.
Dr. Mort.
Yeah,
which is
that's a fair point.
Dr. Martin. What is it? That or is like fancy elvishness?
Yeah, can we all read it?
Yeah, pass it around.
so you finally arrive at about 45 minutes of the carriage ride. It went by pretty fast because you guys are kind of passing the newspaper around and reading the different articles and seeing your name in the print. And remember that this time period, the printing is very, very, very small, right? We remember we've got this tiny printing presses that made print very small. So, yeah, you've got to have really good eyesight, good light. You may, like Mort may have to bring it up to his face mask closer to read it, but it's a very tiny print. It's not like the where we had large print like we do today thing. So, but it's a refreshing change for your party um, since the last couple times that you were mentioned in the Wadevian times didn't shine you as in so much light as it does now. So I remember, if everybody remembers the time you rode the carriage with one of the journalists, and remember you answered a few of his questions, and the next day it came out, and you just really shitted on this 5 of you, so 6 of you. So that was when we still had the barbarian, and so anyway.
Yeah, and that fucking elf that took that bow, piece of shit.
Hey, the shopkeeper wanted to sell it to Elena.
Yeah, that Mort's been keeping an eye out for that bastard. He's been watching the crowd.
Yeah, if I ever see that kid
No?
again, I'm gonna strangle him.
That little shit run off too.
Yeah, this
I-
newspaper article made us start talking about that again. Like, oh, it fucking really grinds my gears.
For glory.
No, he wasn't there with the carriage because he died in the sinkhole with Sharwin.
Are you talking David?
Not that elf.
Oh, that was that barbarian. Yeah, I didn't know that guy very well. I'm talking about this little kid elf we found in that dream.
The glory hound.
For glory. So the carriage finally arrives off of Black Star Lane, and you see the tower amidst other buildings built around it, but not right next to it. They're kind of away from the tower. The tower's tall. It's 2 or 3 stories tall. Has a pointed wooden roof. It's crumbling. It's old. The roof looks like there's probably multiple holes in the roof where water is leaking in. However, you do see smoke coming from the chimney. The tower has an outcropping of 2 areas. So there's like an additional entrance that was kind of built extending from the tower. And then on the second floor, that looks to be there's some small slits for windows, more like arrow slit windows, around the tower on the second floor or third floor. You can't really determine. It's hard to tell how many floors are on this tower. It's octagonal shaped and not rounded so much. It's a pretty large tower from what you gather from the outside. You can see that its plaster is peeling off. You can see there's some exposed brick where the plaster is broken off from. It's no longer white plaster. The plaster's old and dingy and kind of tannish, sun bleached and pollution bleached or whatever that's causing this stucco or plaster to kind of age and chip off and fall. The brick itself that's exposed looks old and beat up itself. But there's an entrance of the tower that kind of extrudes a little bit past the tower of it, of the entrance itself. But there are no windows on the first floor. No window slits, like little arrow slit windows, like there is on the second floor. The arrow slit windows, however, do look big enough for a humanoid of smaller to medium size could crawl through the window themselves. But it's very high up. These windows, it would take some doing to get to these windows themselves. The front entrance has two wooden, very heavy reinforced doors. They don't look old like the rest of the tower. They look fairly new and well kept, or just like they've been replaced. And those are shut. And like I said, there are no windows on the first floor anywhere to be seen on the tower. The other thing you notice is smoke. So as this long chimney on the side of the tower that comes up the side of it, past a little bit past to the point of where the wooden plate of the roof is, and smoke, black grayish smoke, is slowly puffing out of the chimney. There's nobody around it. People are eyeing you from the other buildings and apartments that are built near but not close like the rest of the city. You have these buildings sometimes right up against other buildings. These have been built purposely away from the tower. But people are eyeing you suspiciously, like, who in their right mind would go to this tower? It's haunted. People are fearful of this tower. Excuse me. I don't have an actual picture, just a description, so everybody can use their imagination of what I've tried describing to you as best as I can. The only thing you know about the tower, as you guys are standing there in the rain looking at it, is that it was built by some half-forgotten Waterdeep mage about several hundred years ago.
Did you say something a while ago when we were in the tavern about it having like a magic shield or ward or something on it? Is that like just a rumor?
You know, you've heard rumors of traps, magical traps that are inside of the tower. You've heard of strange creatures that could be in the tower. Now, these are all rumors that you've heard about towers. You guys have never been in the tower, so no, you don't know. You just often by rumors.
Okay.
With it, so that you've heard.
Lort would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
See if he can sense anything.
Go ahead and pull it off of one of your spell slots, and
Yep.
Oh yeah, that tower is magical. There is a lot of magic protruding off of that tower.
Are there any like arcane runes or writing visible from the outside? Or in the window frames or anything?
You can do an Arcana check or an Investigation check, whichever you'd like. I'll let you roll whichever one you want.
Let's go Arcana. I actually have proficiency. Holy shit.
So the crit on that, great job. You look around and you notice it's hazy from the rain, so it's hard to see, but you notice something in the windows on the second floor or even third floor. You're not quite sure because the way that how tall the tower is, it's hard to judge from the outside if it's got 2 or 3 floors. There's something about the clear part, the open windows itself. There's something magical you can kind of see that's on the interior happening. But no magical ruins anywhere can be seen from your point. Nothing magical around the bottom, the base of the tower. The front doors have these 2 wooden reinforced doors that are shut. There is a hole in one of the doors with a metal rim around it that looks like a peephole that is used from the inside of the tower to look through the peephole to who's at the front door on the exterior of the tower. But that's really about all that you can determine, even with a great critical roll. The critical hit on that was able to determine there's some kind of magical field or something that you can see through the top windows of the second or third floor, whatever it is.
I'll point up to the windows, like, there's something going on up there. There's some magic shit going on up there, and point at the window.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, there's some bullshit going on here, guys. I guess Mort will take the watered down healing potion from his little monkey and have it, I guess, fly up to one of the windows. Maybe not go in, but just look into the window, like. And he's mainly looking for any sign of like creature or enemy, anything like that, like kind of meandering around that tower as he flies to the windows.
Yeah, so he flies up. You fly him up to the second window, and he's kind of hovering there, trying to look through the windows. Inside, it's a fairly large room. He sees a stone fireplace. The fire is just smoldering, not burning really. Just looks like some hot coals. There is a black cauldron hanging off of a spit type thing over this hot coals, over this pretty old stone fireplace that has seen better days. There's a bunch of broken furniture, what looks to be wooden tables and chairs all broken about, cobwebs, spider webs everywhere, crates busted, and a couple like long swords laying on the ground.
This might seem kind of asinine, but can the monkey fly back down to the ground and find like a little like pebble or like some sort of rock that he can hold, and then he can like fly back up there and kind of like toss the rock in there to see if anything happens?
Yeah. So,
like anything attacks it.
So he picks up a pebble or a little rock. You give it to him. He doesn't do it.
Yeah.
You give it to him and you command him to go back up there, throw that little rock into the room, and see what happens. So the monkey's all flies up there, tosses this small stone through the window, and then looks at the window, looks down at you, looks at the window, looks down at you, and shrugs his shoulders at you.
This is too good to be true. No, I guess Mort will like he'll like nod at the monkey and make it go into the window. Go in, see what happens.
Moment
Just like
it crosses over to the interior of the room, you hear poof, and then a glass vial breaks.
No, he handed Mort the potion.
When you said he was going to hold it.
No. I said Mort's going to take the potion and before he flew up there, right?
All right. I don't know.
I
didn't
did,
hear that part, but okay.
It's on.
Anyway, he poofs. He disappears.
Mort's just like, you see, I knew it.
It sounded like you said he poops, not poops.
So, could you see like anything from the monkey's point of view? Like what was inside there?
Yeah, I described the room, what he saw inside there. And right before and even right before when he went through and the moment he crossed over into the interior of it, it was the same. There was nothing in there, but there's a couple long swords on the ground, broken furniture, broken crates, cobwebs. There are a couple other of these small window slits on the other side above where you can see where the door kind of juts out, so it's like a roof. So on the other side of the tower, on the exterior. And then there's that fireplace I told you, the stone fireplace that was smoldering with the cauldron, and then poof, it disappeared your vision.
Oh. So could he see what attacked it? Or
There
like
was
when the monkey
you saw,
Nothing,
you couldn't visually see anything that attacked it.
Can he sense anything that went on? Like, would he understand? Like, this is some
Roll
spell
me
fuckery.
an Arcana check.
Ugh. Oh, I have advantage. Sorry. So 11.
Yeah. Nah. You're not
Nah.
sure. You're scratching your head. You think possibly something attacked it. I mean, it's only got 3 hit points, so, but you're not entirely sure with that low of an Arcana check.
So what's our plan of action now?
We've got to go in there.
Yes, we open the door, then we have Mogbog just run. Make him do it.
I am down. Let's get it done.
Yes.
Let's not kill or tank.
Mogbog's not afraid of that magic shit, right, Mogbog?
That is right.
I'm a tank too.
No, HP, no. I don't like you.
You could care less about Mogbog, but HP, no. You're not going in.
That's because I'm a perfect being to him.
Yes.
Just don't need to be getting upset.
All right, so we're just...
So I don't think we should go in because we don't know what's killing things, and it's a wizard. Like, we should scope it out. Like, has anyone come and gone, or is this thing just abandoned?
I mean, it looks like there's a fire lit somewhere inside, so I don't think it's completely
What?
abandoned.
Wait. How tall is that second floor window? Large. How tall was it again?
It's really hard to determine from where you're standing because the way this tower's been built with it.
Okay.
But I could roughly tell you that it's probably about 30 feet, 40 feet in the air, those windows are.
Mort has levitate, but it's only up to 20 feet. So he couldn't make it.
I'm gonna take Boo out and ask him to find any hidden doors around the tower.
Okay. He scampers down your arm, your shoulder down to your arm. You kind of bend down and let him down, and he scampers around the tower. He every so often he stops and shakes off from the rain, and then continues on. Within moments, he comes back around, crawls back up your leg, up your body to your shoulder, and then kind of whispers in your ear, squeak, 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 and there were no doors other than the front door that he was able to determine and find.
Alright, that's
I'm
some
gonna do
information.
something probably incredibly stupid and walk up to the door and knock on it.
Okay. You walk up to these
Just knock on the
kind
door.
of newer, reinforced doors. You pound, boom, boom. You just kind of hear a muffled echo sound coming from the interior of the tower. You wait a few moments. There's no answer. No eyeball peeking through the little peephole or anything like that. Nothing.
Well, it didn't kill me. Well, it didn't kill me, so it's not a wizard that violently hates solicitors.
Keep going, maybe? I don't know.
Is the
the
door
door locked?
locked?
We don't have a wizard that can figure this out, do we?
Obviously.
I mean, Mark's a level 1 wizard.
It just,
And you have
Just
don't you have a level 2 sorcerer?
Level 3.
Level 3 sorcerer.
What?
So you've got
He's level
some
3.
magic casters there. You've got some mages.
more. Well, if it were up to him, he would use his mage hand and see if the doors stand back and try to open it with mage hand.
Okay. You want to try that?
That's exactly what I was going to do with her actual hand.
So you take mage hand. You want to try the door knob to see if it opens?
Yeah. He wants everyone out of the way, though. He doesn't want Elena standing there where he tries to do this, just in case
Alina,
Yeah,
are you
Mark's definitely out of the way.
Are you right up on Mort or on the door there? Are you gonna move or are you just gonna stand there?
I guess I'll step back when I see the mage hand creeping up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
use Mage Hand.
Like
And
halfway to reaching for the doorknob, see the mage hand.
Mage Hand, it comes, whoop, it kind of just taps the front door, moves a little bit, like it wasn't even latched. It seems, and it just
Oh, okay.
opens back in because they swing in and not out the door. So this door swung in just a tiny bit, like less than an inch from when the mage hand just tapped on it.
Well, that's
And
not
just-
a good sign.
It opened?
Just a tiny bit,
Right.
like about a half inch. It just you saw it. Just the mage hand tapped on it and just opened a tiny bit, like a half inch. Light can be seen from the inside with that door just in a little bit. Now remember, these doors swing in, not out. They swing into the building. So
Was there something blocking the door from opening more, or
well, I
did
mean,
it dispel the
the mage
hand?
hand tapped it. It can only do 10 pounds. The door might be heavier, or just kind of tapped it. It didn't push hard to swing it open. It was just checking if it was unlocked.
Mort's just like, no, Mogbug, you're not gonna let this tower make a fool out of you.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
push the door open more.
Who does?
I am.
All right, Elena. All right, you push the door
Oh, boy.
open more. And I'm going to put you on, we're going to go to our other map here in a moment. But only Elena will be able to see, should be able to see what's going on. Let's see. Excuse me. Alright. So you push the door open. Around.
Hey, I found out a new nowadays the light something.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it your token never has vision for some reason? Let me fix that.
Only human by technicality.
You're 120, right? Feet?
Yep.
Okay.
And if I were to bring this character into Dungeons of Mad Mage, which I don't plan to do, the way I was gonna set it up is it would have increased even further
Alright, Elena.
because
You
of
are,
bloops.
yeah, everybody sees black, but you push this open enough that I'll go ahead and give you a description of the room. Once you peek inside the room, you see the ceilings are about 15 feet high. You're looking through like a 7-foot high doorway. It's it's pretty lit, okay, even though it's not set up that way. It seems pretty lit in there, but you don't see any lit torches in it. The, the the area that you've just walked into, first of all you see there's some swords scattered on the floor. In it. The second thing you notice is there's a tiny peephole with an iron shutter on the closed over it on one of the back sides of this door of the interior. You see rotting tapestries adorning the walls. The smell of musky smell, old smell, but you see there's mud and dirt accumulated on the floor. Thick mud and dirt. But these swords are not covered up by the mud and dirt that are laying on the floor. Okay, so that is the description of the room that you are in right now. There is a door to the north. That wooden reinforced door is shut. That door is right here. This is a
Okay.
15-foot by 25-foot room. No windows, but there is another reinforced door. Rotten tapestries hanging throughout the walls of the room. There is two long swords laying on the ground on top of the thick mud dirt.
I'm just quietly gonna say, pardon the intrusion and step into the building. One step.
Okay, go ahead and move your token. Who else is following her that she's inside? She has not
Kind of
screamed.
step to the side.
I am.
She's not screamed
I'll
or
follow.
Pardon the
deathly
intrusion.
blood-curling screams or anything. Who else is entering? Some Mogbog?
I'll follow Mug.
Yeah, I am.
We'll let
And I-
Mogbog
I'll
first.
follow too.
I'll go in.
Norik,
I
you're
think
the last
everyone's
one.
going
Is
in.
anybody going in?
Norik will be last. He's going to go after you, Mort.
Okay.
Nice. Mort's
All
still
right.
got detect magic, so
Not no more, you don't. The moment you enter the building, it fizzles away.
what?
You heard me correctly.
You a dead man now.
At least
what do you
I'll
mean,
use
like-
the
What?
poison
Like,
dagger.
no, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean?
It's failed.
Like it just stopped working?
It stops working the moment you enter this building, the interior.
Spell failure. Heck yeah.
Okay, what? Mort's I'm putting it together, actually. Okay, can Mort, like...
It's gonna be so useful
All right,
here.
tell me if you
More-
cannot see inside of this in the map. If it's not lit up, I'll fix your token. Tell me if you can see the
I
room
can
that
see
you guys are standing
Ooh, I can see it.
in. All right.
Can
I
you try
do
to...
have one question. Whose token says 01?
That was.
I think that's supposed to be a room.
It just appeared there. When I tried, there you go. It's gone now. That's just my room number. It doesn't mean anything. When I went to make the rest of the tokens appear out of my Dungeon Master level, that grabbed it by accident. So that's all that means. It's just telling
I
me
thought someone
what room
had
number it
gotten
is.
replaced.
Just tell me. It accidentally got mixed up with the tokens I was trying to pull. I didn't even realize I had grabbed it. But it's gone now,
Okay.
so it doesn't spoil anything for you guys because you don't know what it means.
What happens when good old Mort tries to cast prestidigitation? Nothing?
You want to do that?
Yeah, he'll try to do it on...
Just-
everybody's wet,
So you
so
start
he'll try to...
trying to get everybody dry, and you're like, start the whole hand movement, and you're like, and everything just goes. Nothing works.
After seeing
Okay.
that, out of curiosity, I'm going to touch Modbog and try to cast resistance.
Spell fails.
Oh,
I'm not concentrating. Got it.
Mort's gonna whip out that poison dagger he never uses, that spider, and he's just like really freaking out now.
Oh no!
He's
this
completely
means
harmless.
This means I can't crit on inflict wounds in this place.
The fuck is Mogbog? Come here. He's gonna hide Mogbog the whole time.
Yeah, so we're gonna take your concentration off because you are not obviously concentrating. So I'm just gonna turn that off there. So
Wait a minute. Is my dark vision technically magical since I got it from Helm?
no.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So obviously this room must be the vestibule for the tower. Again, I'll give you the description of the room again. You see this little tiny peephole on the inside of the door with a closed iron shutter over the inside of it. Rotting tapestries adorn the walls of this room. No windows, not a single window. There's built up of mud and dirt accumulated on the floors of this room. There are 2 long swords laying on top of the accumulated mud and dirt. Bless you. And
Thank you.
there's another reinforced wooden door right here to the south.
You said there's a tapestry?
Yeah, along all the walls, open areas of the walls, there's old rotting tapestries hanging on the walls.
And Mort kind of peek behind him, see if there's any secrets.
Yeah, you look behind him. It is the moldy, musky smell. Dust kind of comes off of him. A little bit of the pieces fall off onto the ground as you kind of move him to see if there's anything behind it. Behind those tapestries is more of the mason walls of the building. Crumbling, the plasters crumbling off of the walls themselves. The floors are cracked and broken in spots of the stone floor.
So we got you said some clean swords here, right?
Yeah. They're not clean. I wouldn't say by any means they're clean. They're just not like buried in the built up of mud and dirt. They're rusty looking, they're not like new swords. There's dirt, there's dust, there's pieces probably of the tapestry on them, but they're laying on the ground.
Can I roll an investigation to see if I can tell anything about the sword? They're, I don't know, special. They're worth anything.
Okay.
They're
Sure.
alive. I don't know.
No, they look like long swords to you. You could probably pick one up
No,
if you wanted to.
Mort's too afraid of
It's
that.
not, it doesn't look like it's attached to the ground or anything.
He's gonna look at like Mogbog and Saniana. Like, oh, there's some swords there. What happened?
You know what, Mort? I'll even let you roll an Arcana check. I will tell you though, it's gonna be either a crit or a DC of 21. I'll even tell you the DC. So you either got to crit on it or hit a 21 to determine what these swords are.
Come on, Mort.
No, you don't know.
No.
Good effort.
Good effort, Mog. Hey, come up, Mogbog. Go on.
I'm literally right here. What do you want me to do with it?
Go touch them. Let's see what they are.
No,
Last
give
time I did that, there's a mimic happened.
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a touch.
Yeah, you pick it up. It feels like a pretty well-made longsword.
Yeah.
You notice there's no blood or rust on the swords. There's dirt, there's dust, there's pieces of the tapestry on them, but no rust or blood on this sword that you picked up.
Cool.
How many are there? You said they're just.
There's 2 in that room. Are you taking the sword or are you going to put it back down? Mogbog?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you were the one holding the sword, right?
I mean, yeah, I'll take it. Is it a weapon that I could use effectively?
It's a long sword. It's a martial weapon. Can you use martial weapons?
I don't know. Hang on. Where does it say that in the section?
Under your proficiencies, it should say if you can use martial weapons or not.
On the left.
Yeah, my proficiency in it. I think I just put it in the chat.
Yeah. So.
Do you know what's Mort? I guess it's because he's a high elf. I think he's proficient in long swords too.
Okay.
That's funny. That's really funny. You know what? I'll have him pick the other one up. I guess he'll put it in his like
So
carry it
add
with him.
2
Like put it.
long swords to your inventory. Who's ever going to be
Okay.
carrying those swords?
I'll just carry the one.
You're going to carry one, and he's going to carry one.
Yeah. You never
Yeah.
know when
Make
you
sure
might
you
need a
put them
long.
in your inventory along with your weight of the sword, of the long swords.
All right.
All right, so that's what's happening in this room. What are you guys doing? You want to investigate more of the room? Both the long swords are gone. Okay. So, like I said, you have one reinforced door to the south.
Yeah, can I look for traps anywhere?
Yeah, give me a investigation check. Doesn't seem like there's anything.
Oh my god, it seems pretty safe, guys.
As far as any physical traps go, you don't see anything that warrants like tripwires or pressure plates or switches. Nothing along those lines on the floor.
I'm gonna tell everyone, look around. There's got to be a lever or something we can. There's got to be some trick to this. And Norik's like looking under like a small pebble he saw. Like, ooh, huh? Well, no, guess not.
Too bad I already told Boo to search for a trap door on the outside.
Is there any magical traps in this room? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of following him. Following his lead.
Roll me a Arcana check if you want. See if what you can find in the room that's got maybe deals with the arcane.
No better.
Yeah, not really. Anything jumps out at you. You don't see anything that's.
Nope, that pebble isn't magical.
Yeah, nothing's really jumping out at you. Sorry, that has anything to do with the arcane arts.
That's a door in front of in the
Yes,
very
that's
front, right?
this is a reinforced door. It is closed. It's similar looking newish, like the exterior door that you guys just came through. It doesn't look like it's rotting or part of the tower, the age of the tower. With the tower probably sits 100 or 200 years old. So no, looks like a fairly newer reinforced door, wooden door.
Can I just poke it with the tip of my longsword?
Sure. You poke
See if it
and it
opens.
slightly opens. It swings in, just a tiny bit as you poke it.
I don't like this, guys.
And Mort's jumping back. He's oh, it's haunted.
So it opens enough that you maybe can see a little bit of the room in the next room. If you want to peer through it, I can give you a small description of the room.
Can I walk in?
You want to just open it?
Yeah.
You kind of just push it all the way open. It just swings open, and yeah, you enter another larger chamber of this tower. There's a spiral staircase leading up and down here. You see another sword or two lying on the floor, another fireplace. I'll give you another description of this particular room here. Better description than I'm already telling you. So you see the stone spiral staircase curls up the tower and down the tower. So must to something down below. Set in the west wall is a fireplace blackened with soot. A burned heap that used to be some kind of furniture, not quite sure without really getting a good investigation, lies near the fireplace.
I'm gonna walk over there.
To the fireplace?
Should-
Yeah, you kind of investigate a little bit more, and it looks to be that the burned heap was once a padded leather chair that's been burned now to a heap of just a mess. You know,
Would burn a good leather chair.
Yeah, it looks like at one point was a padded leather chair, but now it's just a mess. A burned mess.
Mort's gonna go over there. There's more swords.
Just gonna.
Yeah, so you've got the swords on the ground. You have the stone staircase leading up to the next floor above, and then also leads down to what's probably some kind of cellar in the tower.
I'm gonna take a peek down the stairs. I assume I don't see anything because of the spiral.
Down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, this you see the stairs look like they end down on another smaller, what you can make out, another room down below. Like it's like a cellar. It looks kind of like a cellar to it. That's about all you can make out from where your viewpoint is on the stairs. You would have to actually take the stairs further down to see what's more in that room, but just a kind of brief little bit of a visual of what you can see.
What? Can I determine what's going on with this fireplace and this chair? Is it looks like the fireplace exploded, or?
No, it looks
Don't-
like somebody was burning stuff in the fireplace, including the leather padded chair at some point in time.
Oh,
It-
okay.
Look, it could have been months or years ago.
Oh,
Hard to determine when that chair was burned in the fireplace, and then just the rest of it was heaped near the fireplace.
can I poke around the fireplace, see if I find anything of interest?
Yeah, you poke around, and
Take a-
it looks just pieces of burned furniture worse in that fireplace. You don't find anything of interest. Absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah, Mort's gonna kind of lean into Mogbog. Mogbog, there's more swords over there.
Yeah, there's
Don't
two
you-
more swords there.
Do I want to carry them? I mean, I don't need more than one sword.
Mogbog, what if you meet an orc, like you're a half orc, and he's got a bunch of swords, more swords than you? How are you going to look?
That's a fair
Yeah,
point.
It's a little
Wouldn't it be better?
weird that there's
wouldn't it be
just
better
Somebody fucking
if you
sighed
carried it?
so hard there. Was that you, Sanyana?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be better if you carried them more? You carried them and had my back.
But Mogbog, I'm so small and you're so big.
Is there anything?
How much do they weigh? I'll carry them.
Yes.
Long
Is there,
swords?
is there something weird
that's two
about
long
these swords?
swords, right?
I feel like there's something weird.
That's why Mort's not carried.
Well,
You
I
are
thought
carrying
I thought
one.
you carried one.
Oh, yeah, he is. I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm sorry.
thought you were carrying one. Don't pull that on me now, where you supposedly
yeah.
told me you
Sorry.
took the potion away from the monkey before.
I did.
They weigh 3 pounds each long sword.
Okay. Fine. If an attractive half-orc female comes walking by and Mort's got all the swords,
I remember more.
Well-
We're recording this for prosperity, so I
I said, yeah,
I'm giving you crap, dude.
yeah. I'm gonna timestamp it. The disc like cuts. Well, if Mogbog doesn't want to carry the swords, Mort will.
I mean,
I
I
don't
would
know.
carry one, but I'm only
I said
proficient in
I'd
simple
carry it.
weapons.
Mort's just like no HP. Don't.
Why don't you see if they have any magical properties?
You can't. No magic works.
Can't we just step outside and then you can do it?
Oh,
I mean,
Nort, you're a genius.
we're literally like 10 feet away from the door.
You're a genius, Nort.
Take your sword outside. Take your sword outside, Mark.
Just bolt past, knock HP aside, run outside. I don't want to waste all my spell slots, but I'll just cast Identify. I'll waste the spell slot.
Okay, let's get
You're a
this.
genius, Nort.
Alright, hold on, give me 1 second here as we
I'm looking under rocks for secret passages, so I don't know. Maybe not listen to me. I don't know.
Alright, so you're gonna run outside is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Alright, just with one of the swords or all the swords?
I'll all of them. I'll grab all of them. It's like heavy. I'm like fumbling
Yeah,
around.
you're fumbling around. What, 4 swords you guys are checking on?
Yeah, and I'm well. I can't. I don't want to cast identify 4 times. I only want to cast it once. So I guess it's on one sword.
All right,
But I don't know. He'll run out and he'll cast like prestidigitation, make
all
sure
right,
his
give me a
magic's
second
his
here.
mojo's
Let's
still
figure
working.
this out
Yeah.
here. What we're doing. All right. I didn't think you were gonna run out there, but good idea. So,
That
all
was
right,
Norix it.
let's figure this out here. So, okay, I'm gonna put you right. Hold on, let me get this figured out here.
You can put him in the doorway. Say he's outside.
We're going, yeah, we'll get this here. So we're gonna do this. Okay. Mort,
Yes.
I'll move you over to this area right here,
Okay.
which will pretend as the outside, so we don't have to flip maps because they didn't really design
Yeah.
outside.
Unless something stops him, he's probably gonna come right back in. So.
All right, so Mort. Oops. Mort, we're gonna put you just right here. It's gonna be a little weird. It's all white.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put you with 4 swords, as you're having a hard time running out with them, right? So,
Yeah, but like I said, I don't want to. Like I just want to cast identify.
yeah, I gotcha. Who's giggling over there?
Me.
Yeah, somebody's giggling.
Because before Mark grabbed all the swords, I was gonna roll Arcana check on it and make sure nothing's funky. He just grabbed it and ran.
Yeah, well, that's Mort for you. All right, Mort.
Yeah.
Since
Yes.
you're outside there, pretend that's you're
Yeah.
outside. The
Yes,
moment you
Randy.
step through the doorway to the outside, all 4 of the swords come alive and go to attack. Roll for initiative.
What?
I knew it! I knew something was too funky.
Oh.
Are we all rolling or
I-
just more?
So,
How far?
are you holding
Well,
all
we
of
just
them,
hear this
or
really loud, like, girl shriek,
Are you are you holding all 4 of them, or was one in your backpack?
like a
One
4-year-old
was in.
child.
One
I
was
guess,
in your
well,
backpack, so you hear it rip through your backpack. Rip your backpack apart. Everything falls out of your backpack onto the ground, onto the wet, muddy ground. The
Oh,
swords
all
go
those body parts?
shing, 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 and all 4 are poised to attack you. So go ahead and roll me initiative.
Real fast. I'll do that. How far am I from the door to the
You're
tower?
right when you stepped outside the door, you are there.
Hold on a minute. Sorry. Uh.
Why were you wondering?
Well, I'm just gonna try to get back in the damn tower because it's the magic. Presumably, it'd like kill them if they went in, or they're just gonna stand out there and like.
Just wait for you. You gotta come
Yeah,
out.
they're like pacing, having a cigarette.
Anybody else want to enter? I'll let you.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
who wants to enter combat in the turn order's up to you.
As soon as I hear that little child
Yeah.
screech, I'm running.
Yeah. Same here.
Nobody else entering combat?
I'm trying to.
I think
I gotta click on the character and then do the whole thing. Here we go. Ooh.
All right, looks like everybody's in, so we'll go ahead and we'll start this combat. So we have Saniana is first here.
Okay. So I can only have, yeah. That's as far as
So
I
that's
can.
far. So you almost to the doorway, but not quite. All right. So now it's these swords that go to attack you, Mort. I hope it doesn't end your life here. This would be terrible because of your greediness.
It'd be fitting.
It would be fitting. Okay, so
I felt like that about the mimic. Yeah.
so this first sword flies towards you. Okay.
Okay.
So he flies right to here and he swings himself at you.
As I want to use shield as a reaction, no matter what happens. Should I wait to see if it hits or? Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's a reaction, right?
Yes. So if it hits, I can catch it.
So it would be a 19. Crit. It's 19. Let me change this. I'm so tired of this. Okay. So a 19. So what is your shield at?
Hold on.
It brings it up 5. Your armor class. So what is your armor class right now with shield?
My armor class is 17. With what? I mean, it's 12, but with that, it's gonna be 17.
Okay, so it hits you for 6 points of damage. It's not a crit. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one flies, swoops into you, swings at you again. 18 hits you for 9 points of damage. The other one, it should have been an advantage too because he was flanking, but there's that one that is going to now attack you. That one misses as it swings. You're able to parry or dodge just right in time that you're able to not be hit. This one's going to moves here, so he's going to get advantage on his attack towards you. And this longsword swings himself at you. So the 20 hits for 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Okay. Norik. Let's see. You should be able to go right out the door there with your movement. So I'll just move you right outside. The map doesn't build an outdoor, unfortunately. It's kind of disappointing, but so I kind of had to make one. So I'll just move you over.
Okay, holy shit.
So I'm going to put you right here. Okay?
And there's just swords everywhere, huh?
Yeah, they're all around him. Yep, completely surrounded him.
Norik! Look what Mogbog did!
He's blaming Mogbog.
Yeah.
Poor Mogbog.
No, he's blaming
That's fair, bro. That's fair.
Nothing to do with it.
Idea. This was your idea. You wanted to identify the swords.
Yeah, you run out there, Norik. You see his armor's all cut up. His robes are all cut up from the swords that did. He's got slices of blood coming out of his skin of the different areas that he's been already attacked by these swords.
Norik's gonna take out this weird-looking doll. They call it Morbid Mary, and he's finally gonna use it. He's gonna throw it at one of the swords and be like, "Morbid Mary, save us!"
Remember what Morbid? Let me look on this really quick here. It's been so long since we've had this. There it is. All right. All right. So an undead spirit.
Mad Mary, kill the swords.
Let's do that really quick here.
I remember when Mort tried to use the whistle, it didn't work because the magical effect only was there for 24 hours.
That was really funny. I got really.
Alright, so there's your undead spirit that lands right there. Hopefully, let's see here. Come on. Takes just a second to load up real quick for me. What's going on here? Roll 20. There it goes. Okay. Alright. So you throw the undead spirit. It's going to go in the same right under you, Norik, on the next turn. So let me roll its... let me just add a turn to it. So it's going to go right underneath you. So... Okay. Alright, with that, we go to Elena.
I don't have enough movement to get out of the building. So can I hit any of them from the door with an arrow? Or are they even visible from the door?
Yeah, from the doorway they most certainly are visible. I'll choose the one that's probably closest to the doorway, but you go ahead and fire off your arrow to see if you hit them. Just a regular attack. 14 is the arrow goes flying past him, lands somewhere in the street beyond, in the cobblestone street in the rain. As you enter that doorway, you can look out and you see poor Mort's covered in rain. He looks downtrodden, like he's been beaten down. He's bloody. He's cut up. He's completely soaking wet, like some wet dog out there. But no, your arrow unfortunately misses.
Okay.
HP. What are you doing?
Okay. Let's see here. I do believe my movement is 30. It is?
Yeah, so you're gonna pop right outside, so I'll just move
Yeah.
you right out there by Norik.
Okay.
So there you go. Okay. And that same, you see this visualization of poor Mort, like all cut up, and the rain is just beating him down, and he's just head down and everything, and his greasy black hair is falling out from behind his mask and hood. You can't tell he's really sad or anything because his mask is on, but you can see the cuts onto his robe from the swords that did hit him. He's bleeding.
Let's see here. I know I have a couple of ranged spell attacks since I can't get much closer. And I am outside the building, right?
Yes, you guys are outside, yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sacred Flame
Okay.
on this sword. Oh, wait.
Which
On this
one?
sword.
Okay, that one there. So I got a dex save of 13. Alright, so it takes 4 points of radiant damage as the Sacred Flame hits the sword and kind of engulfs it with your Sacred Flame, taking the radiant burning damage off of it. Okay. Sure that doesn't have any type of things from it, and takes this sword takes the damage, and then the flame kind of dissipates after you cast the spell of the sacredness of it. But the sword takes its damage. Okay.
I'm gonna yell out, radiant damage hurts it.
All right. So that leaves Doc. It is now your
Yes.
turn.
Oh, so okay, quick. You said it ripped my bag, so literally everything I've
Yeah,
got is like
everything from it ripped through your backpack. So everything every inventoried item that was in your backpack is now sitting in the wet, muddy ground, covered in
That's gonna be a
rains
problem.
hitting it and everything.
That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, Mort is gonna disengage the fuck out of this as fast as he can. So where's like the entrance to the tower? Like right there?
Yeah, I'll put you back in if you've got movement
Well,
too.
yeah, I do. What I kind of want him to do is just like get to the entrance of the tower and get in and kind of hug the door so he can maybe jump out and shoot a spell at his next turn.
Okay.
So he's just like right inside of the door.
All right, so you use disengage. Elena's standing right there. You kind of brush past her and are right on the side of her there. She's right in the doorway, Elena is. So, all right, so there's your action, was your disengage, and you might have a little bit of movement left, but that's
I'll stay there.
that's
Yeah.
where you're at. All right, Bogmog.
Indeed. So, I've been kind of left behind, right? So,
Yeah, you're the last one in the other room.
Is it gonna take up my full effort to be able to come in here and engage?
You can. So that's your full movement right where you're standing.
Right here.
Yeah. So that's your 30 right there is where you move to. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's your movement there. Now you can use your action as dash and use the rest of your movement to go outside. But that would leave you with any bonus action that you have, or if you have another action.
I could dash.
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that
Okay.
that seems like the best move, but is it called something else? I'm not seeing it. Is it called like reckless attack?
No, that would be the reckless attack. I believe gives you an advantage on your attack, or
Yeah,
+2 to your attack, or something.
I don't know if I have dash. If
Dash.
that's what it's
Everybody
called.
has dash for an action.
Oh,
So you have
okay.
these are all part of your
Okay.
action. You got dash. You can ready. You can ready your attack. You can disengage. So that's all part of the different actions you
gotcha.
have. That's just typical of part of what you character
So,
can do on your turn.
so do I
Do you want to
do I need
dash
to
out
roll for
there?
that?
So no. So all dash
Okay.
does is it takes your action and allows you to move an additional 30 feet. Okay, so
Well,
that'll
let's
definitely
just
get
do
you
that.
outside. So that's brings you to
Yeah,
about right
let's do that. I want to get out there.
there. So okay. So
Okay.
that's your action. Now, do you have a bonus action? Do you want to rage? Because you have bonus action
Yeah,
and
this
rage.
is looking like an engagement where I would want to rage at, so
Okay.
I'm going to.
So as your bonus action, you're gonna start raging. Sounds good. Okay.
You don't need me to put that in the comments, do you?
Nope. Just all I need for you to do is
Okay.
make sure and take your rage away on your character sheet. So you have
Gotcha.
one less rage.
I am on number 2. Got it.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right. So, we're raging, and that ends your turn. So that gives us back to the top of the order, which is Saniana, who now has enough movement to go outside if she'd like.
Yes, I would.
Okay, so let's go and move you real quickly outside. So I'll let you. That'll count as 5 feet. You move
Okay.
yourself the rest of the way. You should be able to move yourself, however you want.
Okay.
So you got
I'll
20,
move
20 feet left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna. I'm gonna move in the middle of them. Why not?
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's a fighter for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you've got your attacks.
Okay. I still only have one attack, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
go after one.
Which one are you going for?
Um.
South of you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your damaged one anyway, so.
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go with. We'll do. I have too many weapons.
You're
They're long
a
swords. I'll go with a
mastermind.
long sword.
There you go. You swing with a 14. That's with your +1 added to the attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So that, unfortunately, misses the sword you swung at. It just kind of parries your attack. And it just kind of, it swipes the sword back and forth like, So, all right, that ends your turn.
Yes, because
That
I'm not
brings
going to
us
use my
to the
action.
flying swords one. So, man, they really wanted more. So now they're going to have to deal with Saniana and everybody else. All right, so the one you just attacked, one to the south, is going to attack you. Sorry, I don't have numbers on these. Let's put some numbers on these really quick here. Let's attack you here with. It swings at itself at you with a miss. I don't know why it's rolling. There we go. This one right here attacks Noric. Misses Noric. This one here with advantage.
He's too
attacks
nimble.
You.
He's too nimble.
Yeah, you're too nimble. That's right. And a 15 misses Saniana. This one here attacks, swings at Mogbog. Does not.
I need to roll for anything?
Nope, not yet. 21 though hits you for. Since you're raging, you take half damage, so you're gonna take 3 points of damage, of slashing damage,
Got it.
as the sword kind of slashes through into your thick skin and it cuts through, causing 3 points of slashing damage, and you just kind of shake it off because you're raging like. All right, so that ends the flying sword's turn. That brings us up to Noric.
All right, so whatever I don't know if I can control this undead spirit or not, but I'd want to have it
All right,
attack this
so
sword with me.
So you do your attack first, and tell me what you want it to do, and I'll make the attack for you. So.
All right, well, Nor's gonna take out his rapier, and that's you want a sword fight? I'll sword fight a
All
sword.
right, so 24 is a hit against this guy. I take it.
Yeah, the one that hit swam me. Hiya! Just
Wow, 22 points. Tell us what happened to that sword.
I saw a little something in the hilt, and he just kind of did a little stabby motion and shattered the hilt right off of it.
Shatters and falls down, and you just as it hits the ground.
Nor's gonna smile. It's like poor craftsmanship.
All right, with the undead spirit, so there's a lot of different things with this undead spirit you can do. So it has the deathly touch. It can do rotting claw. Let's It's not in skeletal form, so it can't do the Great Bolt, but it can do Deathly Touch and it can do Rotting Claw with it. Actually, just Deathly Touch because it's in Ghost form. So you just have Deathly Touch with it. The Festering Aura isn't going to work with these because they don't have a way. They're not. They're more of a construct than they are an actual creature. So we'll do the Deathly Touch. So it gets twice the attack. So it's going to make a saving throw twice. This sword here does. So let's get a Wisdom saving throw, I believe, on that. I don't know if it's going to work. This action is touch, so we'll roll it anyway. All right, so yeah, so it reaches its ghostly arm out and touches the sword, and the sword doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything to the sword. Just stands there. Elena.
Wait, all the potions were in his bag, weren't they?
Yeah, they're on the right. How many potions do you have in your backpack there, Mort?
Man, I got so much stuff. Like just the healing potions, or just like
Yes. Yeah, what kind of healing
okay.
potions?
I had two watered down potions and then 3 standard healing potions. Then I had 10 healing kits.
5. So you had 5 potions.
Yeah, but 2 of them are watered down, so they're like 1d4.
All right. So roll a d20 5 times. Now here's the catcher. 9 or less, they broke.
So do you want?
Listen to me. 9 or less, they broke. 10 or more, they did not break when they fell out.
So I call out. So I'll do
roll
2 first, and
just roll 1d20 5 times for me. So it looks like 1 broke. Let's determine that it was just one of the watered down potions.
Right.
Okay. Elena.
God damn it, Mort.
I'm going to give Mort the potion from my bag.
Oh.
You owe me one of yours. Use my action to give him the full.
Okay.
More or less dump it down his throat.
Right. Drink on this!
Well, something tells me it's probably better to get these swords out of the way now than have them attack randomly. Well, we're fighting something else.
I'm thinking that you guys were going to continue collecting all of them and eventually leave with these all in freaking Mogbog's backpack. That's what I was.
And just turn them into sushi.
I was thinking that was what was going to happen because you just were making him collect all these swords.
How much is he healed to spend a few weeks? I have it written down, but I don't know where the hell I wrote it down. I don't know why I take notes, but I don't remember.
Standard is 10, I think.
Yeah.
10, that's 10. Yeah, 2. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You owe me one of yours.
That ends Elena's turn. HP.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to this sword, and I'm gonna hit it with my mace.
Okay.
Go back to core.
Yeah, unfortunately, a 13, you just happen to miss it. It's either the rain, difficulty in the rain. I didn't decide to do like rough terrain out here, but anyway, the difficulty of the rain, or maybe you just were unbalanced, completely just missed it. The sword. All right, Doc. All your crap on the ground.
He's gonna, when rejuvenated by that potion, more. I want him to run outside, and he's gonna kind of like go south a little. Well, if you could put me outside so I can determine,
Okay.
then I'll determine what direction to go.
Sure. Put you back outside.
There's not like one there, right? Like right in the doorway. I'm not running into a freaking sword there.
There. That's what.
No,
That's
okay.
what you're visually seeing outside.
Okay. So Mort will. He'll come right there and he'll shoot him. How about a good old Eldritch Blast?
So let's
If that
talk
one-
about this. Where was your spell book? Your arcane
I
focus?
can't-
Let's talk about where all that was at.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Focus
say-
is embedded in his fake hand.
No, is
That
it?
was like the yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's always been the thing. I don't have my spell book though. Oh wait, did I have it on my
Eldritch Blast
belt?
is not a. It's just an. It's not. It's a cantrip. It's
Yeah.
an Eldritch Blast, so you don't need your spell book for that.
Yeah.
However, anything else, your spell book's on the ground, you would need it for.
Well, he should be able to still
Well, they're
use his warlock
memorized,
spells, right?
Well, yeah, his warlock spells are not memorized, right?
I've only got like
They're
two.
prepared
so.
spells. We'll just consider them prepared spells at the moment. So you'll find, since your arcane focus is in your hand, you should be fine on casting your spells.
Not
However-
to make it more complicated, but I thought he had it like on his belt. I don't know if that was ever said, but like I thought he had it like a buckle, like a, how they do in like movies, or they kind of have it hanging off their belt. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted it in your hand. I don't really care as long as it's on your person and not in your backpack.
Yeah.
At that point in time, so.
No, the book, not the focus. The book.
Norik's going to pick up
spell.
the Morbid Mary doll too.
Okay.
Wait, you want to pick it up even though you've already cast it?
Well, just so I don't forget, when this is all said and done, I still want that creepy looking doll, even though it's useless.
Oh,
as far
okay.
as
I was going to
and stuff.
say, well, you've already expended its charge, but I get you want to keep.
Right?
it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
still want the creepy
I gotcha.
trinket. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Okay.
Put it
All
on the
right.
mantle with
15,
the paladin's mask.
The blast goes zizzed by one of the swords, hits the side of a building, and dissipates, causing damage to that. You can see wood splintering off from the Eldritch Blast. Some of the residents come running out after you hit the side of the building with that Eldritch Blast. What is going on? What is and they see all these swords floating in the air, and they're like, start pushing each other back into the building that they came out of. All right, so that ends your turn, Mort. All right, Bogmog.
All right. So I'm going to move up to this.
All right, so are you swinging? What's happening? You guys hear me? Oh, you must have cut out.
There.
So,
Hello?
yeah, I hear you now. 18 of
Okay.
your flail hits.
All right.
Hits this
And
guy.
I have I believe I have a +2 on damage when I'm enraged.
Mhm.
So
12 damage.
Hey, Brendan.
yeah.
Underneath the
Yeah,
attacks
there's
and
a
spell
global.
casting box, there's a little global modifier box that you could
Yeah.
check when
Yeah.
you go into rage. And it'll
Oh, should I
automatically
click
add
that?
it too. Yeah, it'll,
Like that?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
All right, so that ends Mogbog's turn. Saniana.
Alright. I'm gonna turn around and attack the one to the north of me
Okay.
because I get advantage on that one.
Yep, that is true. .26 is a hit with a crit. Alright, 15 damage. Alright, tell us what happened to that sword.
Shattered.
Okay. Falls to the ground at your guys' feet with a clanging of metal sound. Alright, it is the sword's turn. There's 2 left. This one here attacks Saniana. Missing her. Bad swing at her, and her statute size probably helped in it. The one to the south attacks Saniana. It also misses her. Norik.
All right, I am gonna step next to here and swing.
Okay. 20 hits.
Yeah.
Alright, what happened to that sword?
Like Nork just like swings right through and the thing shatters like it's glass.
Okay.
And then Nork looks at his rapier and in amazement, like, what is happening?
There's like shards of metal go flying everywhere. Everybody's kind of dodging out of the way and protecting their face and eyes and everything as that happens.
I'm gonna be like, man, Mary, get the last one.
Moves over to here. And let's see. Alright. I know this doesn't work on it physically, but. Alright. Alright. So. Yeah, so it reaches out and it just kind of touches the sword, and the sword just resumes its position that it's still in. Elena.
I'm gonna fire arrow from the doorway.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your.
I'm not.
attack.
I'm not leaving the tower.
Okay.
Nope.
The arrow goes zizzing by again, lands. You hear it go. It sticks in a wooden building further down, past where you guys are battling at. HP.
I'm gonna come over here and attack this last one with my mace.
Okay.
Hopefully I hit it this time.
20 is a hit. Swinging 6 points of bludgeoning damage against the sword. You hear it. The 2 metal pieces, your mace hits metal on metal. But you see that it does some damage to the sword. Alright, Mort.
Okay. Am I muted? No. Okay. I'm gonna scoot right here, so I've got a clear line of fire. I'm gonna shoot this guy, her sword, with another good old Eldritch Blast.
22 actually hits this time. 3 points.
Just like spins it in the air. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Next up, we have Bogmog.
I'm just gonna walk up to this one and hit it with the flail. So we got. Oh, sorry. I hit it twice.
Try the first one hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. And then damage is And then plus rage. So, there we go.
Where's your damage?
Did it not?
You gotta click flail, not the swing.
Oh, whoops.
That's okay.
I keep clicking on the.
You click on the yeah.
Alright, there we
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm
10
clicking on the
points of
wrong thing.
damage. Tell us what happened to that blade.
Oh, it just fractured in half as I slammed the flail through it.
Nice. More metal clinging to the ground. Alright, so you guys have destroyed those 4 flying swords. Let's see if Mort can create some more for you guys.
Yep. He's stomping up to his pile of stuff. More. He's just furious. He's gonna take his mask off, just throw it in the mud, put his hands on it. Puts his hands on his hips.
Who
and
has
he's
not
like,
seen Mort with his mask off yet?
I think we've all seen it.
Alright.
Yeah.
We've all seen him at this point.
Alright.
Yeah, he's just glaring at Norik with his hands. It's like my grandma when she's mad at me, like his hands on his hips. Like,
And you're
whose idea was it? Yeah.
You're glaring at Norik for this?
Yeah. Whose idea was it to identify these swords?
I love how he's passing the buck on to everybody but himself on that one.
Yeah. North's going to be picking up Morbid Mary's little doll there.
Well, pick up your doll, yeah. Mort's going to start casting prestidigitation on his stuff. I don't even know. Oh, he's going to look at Sanyana. He's like, you got that bag of holding, little gnome. We need it. He's like picking up eyeballs and whatever he's got in his bag.
Yeah, anything
Like-
that you had in your
No,
bag.
I'll post it in the chat. It's insane. So it's a lot of little crap. I know there's nothing like heavy, but hold on. I need to give.
Wait, would the eyes even be in good condition anymore?
It doesn't matter. He's still gonna carry
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Let's do this. While you're picking up your stuff, let's take it.
Holy shit!
He actually put it in chat.
There we go.
Alright, let's take a 10-minute break, everybody. Let's come back at 8:13 while Mort gets his
Good
crap
Lord.
together put into his backpack. Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 8:13. All right, everybody's back.
Yep.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
are. The party is watching Mort pick up every single individual piece that was falling out of his backpack.
So is my backpack not destroyed?
Oh, it's destroyed.
No, okay. Uh, yeah, so he's looking at Samiana and he's looking for help. He's like, "Let me use your back holding power."
I'm gonna look at him, grudgingly hand it over, and say, "You're cleaning it out when you empty it."
Just like that, huh? He was expecting a little resistance.
As he goes to grab it, I'm gonna pull it away.
Oh,
I know where you sleep.
I'm an elf. Yeah, all right. Man, I should have got the freaking mending spell. Oh, and before I forget, I need to I want to give Elena one of my standard healing potions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna subtract that.
You.
So remember, all of your items are now with Saniana because she holds that bag.
Or do you want me to carry?
He can carry it for the time being.
Okay.
No. Looks like holding it above his castle. Oh,
But if you break the bag, I break your nose.
Why does it say one rock? Why do you have a rock?
oh, that was the fake stone of glory. He's gonna try to cast
okay.
it. Yeah.
I thought that
I
was
told
sitting.
you right now.
I thought that was sitting in on the shelf behind the bar at the.
No, that was the fake stone of glory. Mort just picked up a random rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like,
Fucking
so he's
really?
carrying the
Okay.
rock around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I probably should get rid of some of this crap, actually. Yeah, I still got the death whistle, or the rattle of sickness. Yeah, Mort's like, he's casting prestidigitation on all his crap, like, cleaning it up. You know, like,
All right, I take
looking
it
at these, like,
Are you the rest of you heading? Are you the rest of you going back into the tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
so the bag of holding's like little, right? It's fairly small. It's not like a giant sack. Because before I thought he was like carrying around like a giant stack, like Santa. Now he's just like got this slim bag. He's like posing like Barbie, strutting around.
You have a
like,
purse.
Yeah, he's
All
got a
right,
purse.
so let
Yeah.
me talk to you what the bag of holding, how the description of the bag of holding. So the bag of
But
holding
it's gnome sized.
the bag of holding has an interior space considerably larger than the outside dimension, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, but not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 15 pounds regardless of the contents of the bag. Retrieving an item from the bag requires an action. Okay? If
Okay.
the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and it is destroyed. And its contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag
So no
is
putting living swords in.
If
Okay.
the bag is
Yeah.
turned inside out, its contents spill forth. Unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. We're not going to worry about breathing creatures and putting them inside there because no one's doing that. You can't put the bag of holding in an extra dimensional space created by like a handy haversack or a portable hole or a similar item. It instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane.
Okay. I mean, he's probably just going to borrow it. I think he's not going to take it from somebody.
You're not gonna do crazy crap like that. I mean, you could, and we can get into it, but I gave you the
No, he's just
general aspects of the bag holding.
yeah.
That's why I said, you break my bag, I break your nose.
I don't think he's that attached to that.
There's not going to be any like Mort jumping in the bag of holding, riding around with mage hand, like going like.
Yeah, but the problem is,
Like-
who knows with Mort sometimes? He's very unpredictable, right?
I mean, I think the worst he could do is throw his flying monkey in there.
Yeah.
It's the bag is a bag. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not interested.
That is an excellent idea.
Keep the monkey out of the
I-
bag. No
I
monkeys in
ver-
the bag.
I vaguely remember you saying that it was specifically gnome-sized.
Yeah.
I have this vague memory, like, oh yeah, it's a gnome-sized bag of holding. So it would be like a tiny purse
Yeah.
for Mort.
All right. Back inside the vestibule of the tower, you guys are wet, dirty. Some of you are dirty. Some of you are more, well, use prestidigious on yourself and your items. But you've gotten everything into the bag of holding. All right, guys. What are you guys doing? You've explored the other room that's south to you a little bit, and you've determined that there's a staircase that leads up and a staircase that leads down. Or the same staircase spirals down into what to be determined a cellar, probably underneath the tower there.
I'll check out downstairs and not touch the swords.
God damn it.
Is everybody else going down, or is just Elena going to go down the stairs?
I'm going down.
I'll follow. Yeah, I'll kind of stick like stray behind, maybe
All
HP.
right, so we'll put Elena first down the stairs, then HP. Then Mort. I take it Mort was next.
Yeah, I'll go down like behind HP.
Okay. Who else is following?
I'll head down.
Okay, Saniana.
Same.
Okay, Norik. And then last but not least, we have Mogbog. Alright. This is a rather small cellar. There are 2 more swords laying on the ground here. That's one of the first things you notice. I don't know if anybody eyes Mort on this one. This particular room. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this
Oh, sorry.
this room contains a small circular wooden table. It's surrounded by 4 stools the stools look to be made from empty barrels. There's a marked deck of playing cards that's scattered atop the table. And you see there's some of the cards must have fallen on the floor. There are 3 crates that are stacked against the south wall. And then set into the north wall is a sturdy oak door with iron fittings and a built-in lock.
Mort's gonna walk up to Mogbog and be like, Mogbog, look, there's some swords over there. They might be worth something. I'm sure these swords are possessed. There's no way they would do that twice, right?
Let's check out the north door, see if the lock is engaged.
You go over and check on the door. The door is locked.
I don't know if I trust these weapons just laying around, because at any moment they can come alive. We should do something about these things.
And pick up the sword and put it in the other corner.
You put it in the other corner?
Yeah, I'm gonna stack them on top of each other.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll move it
Is there like a
over.
closet we can stuff all these damn things in?
You You move the sword to the other sword over in the corner back there by the.
There's no way
crates.
someone can break one, right? I mean, we got like, I don't know, HP, like a super strong robot. Is there any way to like snap them? Or, I mean, I guess then.
Super strong
Well,
robot.
whatever she is, Warforged. Sorry, but like, I don't know. Is there a way to like disable them so they can't come after us, or would they just be like floating pieces of sword that we'd have to deal with?
So, roll. One of the magic users could roll me an Arcana check if they'd like.
Okay. Oh boy.
So, wow, HP. There you go. So, determining from what you witnessed outside with the swords, you determine that there's some kind of anti-magic shield inside the building that's causing, obviously, spells to fail, but also this magical creatures don't function within the anti-magic shield that's inside this tower. So, because you determined they didn't come alive till you left the tower and became flying, and you know that flying swords are magical creatures or magical entities. So you guys kind of put two and two together, HP, and determined that there's, as long as this anti-magic spell that's within the whole tower is still active, those swords will never come alive, quote unquote alive, unless the shield, this spell fails or falls within the tower. That's why when you took them outside of the tower, they came to life.
Alright, so as long as if they stay in the tower, they won't come alive.
Mort's just like, so if we wanted to sell them, we'd have to have the merchant come here.
Then we risk killing the merchant.
I don't think that affects Mort one bit. To be honest with you.
I mean, they're his property. He bought them.
If he kills the merchant, that means they won't come back and spend more gold.
Oh, we must find another merchant. They're just kind of looking at each other awkwardly.
Anyway, Norik, that door is locked.
I'm like, well, you know exactly how this is gonna go.
Anyway, Boo, that door is locked.
Yeah, right. Narc gets to work.
That unlocks the door. Or so you assumed it unlocked it because you heard it click.
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna back up and be like, you know what? I just unlocked that so quickly. I forgot to check for traps.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you thought you unlocked it because you had just moved one tumbler and you pulled it out too early, and it was still locked. The door.
Oh, damn it! All right, I'm putting my tools away and be like, I don't know. I'm not very good at this, apparently.
What else? Who else wants to attempt the door? I mean, you could force the door open, too, if you wanted to. You know.
Pull out Boo and have him unlock the door.
You still have one left for today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only used to find trapdoor.
So he scurries down your leg into the ground, crawls up, and kind of rears his rear end up to the lock, and then sticks his tiny little stubby tail into the lock, and he's moving his little hamster butt around, and you hear click, and he runs back down the door, up your leg, up to your shoulder, and then squeak, squeak. The door's unlocked.
Okay, then I'm gonna have him find if there's a trap on the door.
Oh. He runs back down your leg. He does not find any traps on the door.
Okay. So now all I have left for Boo is reroll that one.
All right, so the door's unlocked. Who's brave enough to open this door?
I will, since I know there's no traps.
All right, you
Or
open
the door's
the
not trapped.
wooden door to reveal a small, fairly small room. The biggest thing you see in this small little 10 by 10 room, basically, is there's an arcane ruins inscribed in a circle on the floor. Otherwise, the chamber looks empty, other than this ruins that are inscribed in a circle on the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna step into the room and wave my hand behind me for the others to follow.
Okay. Like I said, it's a very small room. It's a little 10 by 10 room.
I'm stare at the floor and see if I can decipher any of the etchings.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Three.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
permanent teleportation circle with it.
Would I know if it's sending, receiving, or both?
You know from that crit, it's a both. It's both, but you do not know the actual words to
Yeah,
use
no,
it,
I
so
would
it is
not know the word.
it is definitely not active. So you don't know. Yeah, you don't know the spell words to use to activate the circle and to teleport anywhere. But that's exactly what it is. It's a sending and receiving teleportation circle.
Teleportation. Which probably doesn't work right now because of an anti-magic field.
Or does it?
I don't know. Do you know teleport?
Norik's gonna turn around and see who she was talking to.
Specters. Specters are everywhere.
Mort knows dimensional door. I don't know if that helps. What's going on with the playing cards? He's gonna go look like finger and look around at those. Are they just normal cards?
Yeah, they're marked though. You can see they've been marked, so somebody was nicely cheating away.
Oh, you're gonna be like that?
Oh, so they're just normal, right?
Yeah. They're just normal playing cards, but all marked up and everything, like folded
okay.
corners. You can see the crease on the corner. Actually,
Oh.
one of them's actually marked with a red mark on the back side.
Oh, Mort's taking these. Yeah, these could come in handy. The tapper. He's got to take the cheating playing cards.
You taking it?
Oh yeah, cheating
Okay.
playing. I'm gonna write it down.
Okay.
He's just like, I'm gonna put these in my new bag of, Sandiana's bag of holding. Put them just dump them into the damn bag.
You're just getting a glare.
52 cards. There's no box to hold the cards, so all these 52 cards just kind of go into the bag.
Yeah. I'll settle down. Just making a mess of it.
Like I said, there are 3 crates also in the cellar room. This room here, up against the wall.
Oh. I guess if no one else wants to, Mort will go poke around in the crates.
All right, so you open each of the 3 crates. Two of the crates you find 20-day supply of edible rations. The third crate has several different items in it. One is
Oh, boy.
a gold statue of a looks to be like an owlbear, but there's jewels, like small jewels, in the eyes of the owlbear. Um, it's a figurine more like it. It's probably not more than maybe a foot long
Oh,
by probably stands maybe 3 or 4 inches.
Okay.
And then, like I said, there's two jewels that make up the eyes of this owl bear. There's also a pouch and a rolled up scroll.
Yeah, I'll open the pouch and scroll, take a look inside.
Okay. So within the pouch, you find a gold locket with a painted portrait inside. You also find a pair of engraved bone dice.
Roll the dice.
Who's the portrait of?
It's of a human or half elf female, quite uh, somewhat attractive, painted. Uh, you of course, don't know who this person is, but and then like there's a rolled up scroll also.
Yeah, I'll have him check out the scroll real fast.
The scroll is a wizard scroll, third level of the spell Blink.
Blink scroll. Be useful? Yeah, well, Mort's gonna kind of like present all these to the party. Like he's kind of like pantomiming with the owlbear, like hello everyone, like just making it talk and like kind of moving it around like it's alive.
That's right. So this is this
Yeah.
foot long, It stands about 4 inches tall and it's about a foot long, and it's
Could he hold it?
very well detailed, but something feels off about it. The weight doesn't feel right. It's gold colored, but the weight doesn't feel right about it.
It's like I could run outside and identify it. Maybe it'll pouch the knife and take my throat out. When you say the weight is off, though, is it like too light or
Yes,
too heavy?
too light.
Too light. Oh, this is weird.
Does that mean it's possibly hollow?
Oh. Yeah, Mort's gonna shake it, like flip it over.
Do you shake it?
Yeah, he's like shaking.
Yeah,
it, like,
and it sounds like there's stuff rattling inside, but muffled when you shake it. Very heavily muffled.
Maybe we should look at this in the tavern, where it's safe.
If it doesn't come to life when we step outside.
All right, real fast. Can you look at it and see if it like? It might require like an investigation just to see if it unhooks or like there's like a compartment or
Sure.
something that he can touch to open it up.
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check on it. the bottom of it seems like there's a seam on the bottom where like the two pieces came together. Looks like whoever made it tried to hide it a little bit, but it wasn't really very well.
Does it feel flimsy?
No, it
Like,
feels. It's not like paper mache or something. It doesn't feel like that. It
so
feels
like a weakling like Mort gonna like kick it open easily. He'd have to. I was gonna have him smash it open, but I don't think he's strong enough.
Sure, you could.
Okay, what would that be?
You
Like
smash,
a string?
No, you smash it open. It's more of. It feels now when you smash it, it's like pottery that was painted gold, but inside there's like straw and these like balls that are wrapped in foil, colorful foil. They're sphere shaped that look to be wrapped in foil.
I wasn't expecting that. First thing he'll do is, I guess I'll pick up like the headpiece with the gems on it, and I'll like just like toss that in the bag of holding so we get the gems.
Okay.
And then I'll like, I guess pick up the little spears and kind of examine them, kind of show them to the party.
Yeah, and as you examine them, you smell the exotic candy of chocolate.
Is this a chocolate owlbear?
What?
Is it a chocolate owlbear? Is that what this is? How many are there?
There's
two?
There's 24.
Oh, okay. That's 24. He's gonna look around the party. Like, anyone want to try one? Bog, you like eating random things?
I mean, how old is the chocolate?
I don't.
You could
Like
make an
HP.
argument.
I like eating weird stuff.
You don't need chocolate, HP. You're perfect. This has nothing to do with you. Like patting her on the head, like, yeah.
It might if it poisons people, and I don't have the magical abilities to heal poisoning right now.
Oh, yeah. That's why we'll have Mogbog try it.
All right, give it to me.
Oh, you're actually going to eat it?
So you
Yeah,
grab
give it
it, and you unravel the foil around this, and it is a chocolate sphere of this exotic candy chocolate. Do you take a bite?
I was
Oh,
joking.
yeah.
You don't.
Oh, yeah.
You take a bite, and this one is filled with caramel. As you,
Yes.
the strings of caramel come off of it as you take the bite and chew and swallow the first bite. You can see the caramel inside of it. It's surprisingly fresh tasting for who knows how long it's been down there.
I failed to swipe some.
She's trying to take some from you. There's 23 more balls down there.
What? Mort will just hand her one. He doesn't have to steal it.
Yeah, that's one to Elena.
Take it. Doesn't want this causes cancer.
Causes cancer.
Hell yeah, eat the chocolate.
Elena, you open yours. You unwrap the foil of your chocolate ball there, and you bite into it, and it's a kind of like a orange cream type filling in this one.
Variety! Yes! Give me.
Well, they're just like having a field day. I guess I'll take that head back out and I'll look at those gems. And they even look real. I don't think you can identify them, but
both Elena and Mogbog have both gained 5 temporary hit points from eating those chocolate balls.
Which is good, because I think I've lost the
For the next
hit points from the fire wine.
Yeah,
By this point.
24 hours.
Variety chocolates, heck yeah.
All right. What are you
Well,
taking
does
that head back out and
Yeah,
re-examining
just-
those jewels?
Yeah, if they're even real, like he's just looking at them like. I mean, he probably can't tell because he doesn't have proficiency in real or
Yeah,
anything,
right, right. Well, no, there's no dwarf in your party that has any stone cutting or anything. So
I mean, you guys used to have a jeweler.
Yeah.
who's the jeweler?
Sharwin was a jeweler.
We used to have one.
Oh,
Whatever. Mort doesn't want this.
We used to have one. Okay. You don't want the chocolates, Mort, because they cause
No, he doesn't
cancer.
want this filthy. Yeah, they're bad for your arteries. He's just like kicking them around. Like, ugh, get these away.
Give.
Nasty.
All right, so you
Yeah.
have 22 of those balls left. Those chocolate balls.
I'm taking them all.
Okay, put them in your inventory.
Those delicious chocolate balls.
I miss Chef.
All right, Mort, are you looking at that head intently to
Yeah,
see if there's jewels?
he's looking at it. He's got his like.
You don't know. You think they're
Picking
real.
in.
I mean, they could be real.
Yeah.
You don't know. You'd have to take it to a jeweler.
Oh, is
Find
it
out.
hard to remove them? Could he remove them without like damaging them, or
It
does he
looks
have
like
to?
they'll come out pretty easily.
Okay. So two, like what do I put? Just two like fine gems.
Two, as far as you know, they look like two little emeralds.
Two. I'll put owlbear statue emeralds.
Yeah.
If I remember what they're from. And I got a necklace and some random dice. All right.
All right. So what is everybody doing? So you've basically there isn't much more down in the cellar here, from what you can gather. Other than you have those 25 days worth of rations still in each of the other crates.
I think that would be useful when we go into Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Just toss them in the bag of holding if you want. So we'll have them put them in the party
Okay.
treasury later.
Put it in 25 days of rations.
25.
Okay.
These rations.
Does that end? Like, is that what everybody's finished down here and want to head back up the stairs, or you guys want to take a short rest? Or what do you guys want to do?
I'm fine. I don't need a short rest.
I'm fine too. I'm down 2 arrows, but they're right outside.
Well, he's used more to use 2 spells, and he's down a few hit points. I'd probably be all right though if you don't want to. If you want to save it.
Nork's ready.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
All right.
Stairs we go.
Putting you guys back up. Back up the stairs, the spiral stairs you come. The stone stairs.
If we wanted to be assholes, we could just throw all of the swords outside.
All right, so I believe everybody's there. Back up onto the first floor or second floor, however you want to call it, with the stairs leading up.
Onward and upward.
Sounds good. Onward and upward.
All right, so you guys are going to start heading up the stairs. All right, let's determine our marching order first before we do this. Who's going up the stairs? First?
Elena's going second.
Second? Okay, who's going first?
I will.
Alright, so you're going first, okay? Who's behind Elena?
I'll go behind him, I guess.
So HP, the first thing you come out, as you come up these top of these stairs here, you see 3 dark elves. 2 of them are almost all the way through the arrow slit window. Behind you is Elena, who pops up second to see that. One of them is grinning at you. We'll continue this room in a moment once I get everybody up here. So who is behind Elena? HP?
Mort.
Mort?
Oh, was it HP? I don't.
HP went first. So Mort, who
I
was
thought
behind Mort?
I'll go behind him.
Okay. And then between Nork and Mogbog.
I'll go next.
I'll just go just like this. Alright, we're going to put you guys right there. So, we're going to talk about this room really quick before we go anything further with it. This room looked to be formerly the wizard's laboratory. You see a soot-stained fireplace, has a lidless iron cauldron hanging on an iron hook in its hearth, and there's a wizard's portrait on the wall above the mantelpiece. The floor is littered with shards of broken glass, burned scraps of paper, twisted pieces of metal, and burnt droppings. Other furnishings include a rocking chair, a trellis table, and the charred remains of a bookshelf, all shrouded in thick cobwebs. We talked about the arrow slit windows along all the walls, and pigeons nest in the rafters of this room. Let's talk about what's actually happening in the room as you, all 5 of you, appear up the stairs. What you see here are drows. 2 of them have already slipped through the arrow slit window to the north here, and are running along the roof of the tower here. So the only one is left is this drow here. He smiles and says, "I'm ready for anything. A good fight. Let's go." Everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
Was poorly rolled.
Dude, Nork's on fire tonight.
You have never seen these drows before. None of them are very familiar to you whatsoever. But they look like gunslinger drows. Like I said, 2 have already escaped through the window here. And 1 is lingering who wants to fight. He wants to fight you guys. Partly also, perhaps, strategically he's doing this too. The moment the 2 leap onto the roof, this is what you're able to see HP before everybody else. The 2 other drows that jump out the window and onto the roof, you see them go invisible. Okay?
Oh shit.
Okay.
But they're heading.
Oh.
So they're on the roof of the entrance of the tower, but they're on the roof part of it. And as soon as they hit the roofs, they turn invisible on that. Okay?
Okay.
So let's start with who you've left to fight with. And he comes up, and he's got his weapons drawn. He says, I must say who I am. My name is Saloon Ex Brandas, and who might I have the pleasure of killing?
Don't know about killing, but I am HP 693. I'm a cleric of Helm.
Anybody else gonna tell your name to him, or?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself as Nork, the bar owner of Troll Skull Alley, here with my partner in the establishment, Sabrina. Introduce Sabrina. And be like, right over there is Mort the Mortician.
Wait, who's Sabrina?
Or Saniana, sorry.
He's tired.
Mort's just hyperventilating. He's looking between this drow and the.
I'll be like, Mort, take your mask off. Show the guy your beautiful smile.
And Mort just rips it off, and he just stone. Where is the fucking stone? Like,
Is that really
getting,
what
like,
you're screaming
crazy.
at him?
Yeah, he's just like having a
Foaming
conniption.
at
He's
the
just
mouth.
losing it.
Oh.
Fucking your asshole!
He says to you, he goes, the stone. He laughs. Well, first of all, pleasantries aside, and he kind of kowtows to all of you. The stone? Why, that's just left, my friends. On God! Alright, so let's end it right there, since we're pretty close to our time. And we'll pick it up with combat next Monday against Saloon. Alright, and maybe we'll see if you're able to defeat him and somehow get the stone back. So, alright? We'll leave it there. We have any questions, comments, or concerns before we end the night here?
How the fuck do you spell his last name?
Okay, I'll put it in for you here. That's a good question.
Thank you.
So his name is spelled like this. It's one of those great.
Because I put in a guess as you were saying it, but it
This
looks
is one of those
absolutely retarded.
great drow names. So.
For all that shit, they went and got the stone.
Shouldn't have played with swords.
Yeah. Snuck up there and snatched it. Salute.
Yeah, because
Brenda.
Gesundheit.
There you go. Like I said,
this
it's one of the great.
that was my guess.
A great. Well, pretty close.
That was my guess.
Pretty close. A great drow name there. So, all right. So anyway, any other questions or comments or concerns before we call this session closed for till next Monday? All right. If not, I will see most of you tomorrow. 6 o'clock. Remember, we'll change it to 6 for Spelljammer. Okay, we're not gonna have Daniel, unfortunately. Something unfortunate happened in his family with it, so that's pretty terrible. But the rest of you, I'll see you at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, Mountain Time. Okay.
All right.
All right. Have a
That
good
was fun,
night
guys. Have a
and
good
a
night.
great rest of the time until we see you tomorrow. Except for Saniana and Mogbog. We'll see you next week and have a good week. Good night, everybody.
You too, man. You too.
All right.
Good night.
Later, guys.